Mic check, 1, 2, troubles in the roar. We hit record and the vibes go warm. One says big thoughts, the other says no. Now we're arguing if cats can and low. We spill the tea, we spill the wine. Have the stories it goes in half a mind. We laugh, we cry, we overshare through Lord. Podcast now every now, just double the crutch. Double trouble live with twice the mess. Double trouble live, no stress, just yes. We got hot takes, bad breaks, and zero zeal. Double trouble live, coming at you for the thrill.
Welcome to Double Trouble at the Super Bowl. We're riding racehorses. This is insane. Look at those players. Go, faster.
Now offered at the Great Race Place. $3 late pick 3 featuring the last 3 races. $5 late double on the last 2 races. Both with a player-friendly 15% takeout. Every race day at Santa Anita Park.
Welcome to the Stupor Bowl. Hello, everyone. Double Trouble Live. Frank Satoni, Kieran Thornton, back for another Sunday. But it's a special one, Kieran. I had to get up early this morning.
I'm shocked. I saw you poking around when usually vampires are still sleeping in their coffins.
Well, that's two days in a row I had to get up early. Yesterday I had to get up early for an 8 a.m. Radio show. I don't know if you heard, but yeah, I was on a big nationally syndicated radio show yesterday, talking about our show and the $3 all turf that kicks off now. And, when they need to call in the big guns from Double Trouble, my phone blows up.
That's because I just don't answer. I'm too good for that. I have better things to be doing than saving someone else's show. So.
Your agent is too busy getting you a big movie deal coming up, right? I mean, that's probably what's going to work.
I had a video. I can't find where it is. I just pimped Frank out to all these shows. Go, get to work.
You pick winners, and then you let me run around town doing all the PR advance work.
Well, there was no winners yesterday. I had to wear my no soup for you shirt for today. So hopefully we have some soup today.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah. So, well, for those who read my Matrix column on the Santa Anita website, for those who listened to me on Chappie's show yesterday, it started off great. I said El Potente can't lose. You will absolutely single that horse to start your all turf, and then you could spread and get a little funky. Well, I used 3 horses in each of the last 2 legs of the all turf. Whiff.
It happens. Onward. That was yesterday.
You know what? I like that attitude. But real quick, thank you, Andy, for joining us. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Yes, let us cash some tickets. Andy's he's ready to fire away. I love it. We
got
right
15 minutes.
391 to 4 here. We're getting. And then please, will you join my live? I don't know what that. We'll check it out. All right. Kieran, put your ticket up. Let me refresh my screen. I'm gonna have to I reboot my internet, and so I'm gonna need.
I spread quite a bit today, and I'm spending a little bit more money, but I figure we're all in gambler mode today. And there was a couple of horses I could single per chance, but then I was like, I had angles for the other horses, so I kind of cavemanned it a little bit, and then I figured I can come back and save the day with, the double. And the double, the late double today, I don't think is easy as we think, even though there's a possible single. We got a race. The last race could bring chaos so I think there's money to be made here, Frank, today.
Well, I think the all turf is, I think this is the toughest sequence we've seen since we've started doing the show. I think it's really hard. I thought this race was absolutely impossible. Let me just look at your numbers real quick. So you're 579 and then 5498. So yeah, you're using a bunch of horses and then the 3. You're using a bunch. Look at me, Karen. I don't usually do this. That's the late. I don't like to do caveman tickets. I just could not narrow it down. I mean, I'm using like 7 horses here.
I was the same. I initially did that one. And whenever I do my pick threes, I always do a caveman and I work from the caveman, you know, and I start pulling
you carve it out after you do the caveman, right?
I couldn't do it today. I mean, I tried as best as I could, and I just couldn't pull it apart because every time I made an argument for one horse, I made an equal argument for one of the others. And I'm like, do I want to get beaten by the other one trying to save $10 or $20? So I was like,
let me start with this. If you had to only pick one horse in this race, who would it be? You could only use one.
If I could only use one in here, when I first handicapped this one, it was the number 4 Jimmy Blue Jeans for Frey for Papa last out. And my notes in capital were, I'm kind of shocked at this 6-1 morning line. We're kind of seeing that was nonsense. But then my note underneath
he just beat half of the group.
I went back and forth between making 4 and 5 favorite, and I gave the 5 a slight edge just because of Pratt being on it.
That's who I did. If I had to pick one, it was the 5. I am absolutely with you. I couldn't believe Jimmy Blue Jeans is so high on the morning line. He just beat half the field last time, and pretty easily. I did think he was going to get a tougher setup today, but let's look at the tote right now. Jimmy Blue Jeans, wow, look, 2-1.
And he was the favorite on the double. He's paying $44. Then we go to $46 for the 5, and the 3 and the 9 were both at $58. And I mean, I did a secondary ticket using G's, the O'Neill Hara horse, but they kind of sucked on what I thought was a single in the last race. And my notes for that one, I reluctantly used it. I was like, big win percentages, but ran behind both Glatts last time out. And I downgraded both Glatts. So I was like, how do I upgrade a horse when I've downgraded the horse he ran behind? So,
well, Kieran, that horse was my top pick in the race last time. I'm trying to put up I want to put your pick 3 back up here. Here we go. I liked Ajiz the best. A lot of these are coming out of that same common race that Jimmy Blue Jeans just won. I actually had Ajiz as my top pick coming out of that race. I'm willing to give Ajiz another chance because if you look, the horse was coming off a long layoff from summer, August at Del Mar.
Looking here, I'm thinking my picks are 144 all through. But I kind of double copied. I was stupid. I put the title in, so that's kind of a mistake there. I was making sure it starts right in the middle is where my picks are. I had to do a double take. I thought I did all turf pick 3, 5, 7, 9 in this leg. I was just saying it's 5, 7, 9 are the all turf.
Oh, races 5, 7, 9.
Yes.
Oh, I actually said I thought it was 5, 7, 9 too.
Yeah, so
I hope people didn't listen to me.
I'm going to adjust that.
They're betting the 5, 7, and the 9.
I'm going to adjust that and recreate that.
Yeah, fix that. Put up your picks, everybody. This is an impossible race. If anyone has a very strong opinion here, please let us know. But looking again at the doubles in the will pays, the horses that are taking the most money are the 4, the 5, the 9, and the 1. Who is the 9? Have we mentioned the 9 yet? Del Mar Jerry.
I mean, how do you not use Kimura? My only, what kind of was a concern, but not a concern, if that makes sense, was, I mean, they're just racing the horse versus working it out.
I didn't give that horse. I mean, I ended up.
I used
using that horse as.
We're a little delay there, Frank. Your tin can on the string.
Yeah, it's being a little slow today. I'm not sure why, but Del Mar Jerry, I was surprised at how short the morning line was. I originally did not want to use the horse at all, but when I really couldn't narrow it down to a couple of contenders, as you saw, I went all, and I think we're right here. I mean, the board has the horse at 7-1, not taking any money in the win pool.
Yeah, but how do you toss Kimura on the turf right now?
You can't use them on every horse.
I know, but I mean, and then you've got Miyadi third off the layoff, and that's an area where Miyadi is lethal, Frank. He wins 27% for a huge ROI. That's his money race. And I even overlooked no workouts. Like the horse worked out January 2nd, ran January 8th, ran January 19th. It's not like the horse is risked for a claim today. So they're just thinking they're looking for the right spot to get the win check, I think.
My problem with that horse is 0 for 3 on going a mile on the turf. I mean, the horse is never, he's not a mile turf horse. He can win on the dirt because he can make the lead and not stop. I think there's a lot of speed in here. I'd be very surprised if that horse won. I'm not trying to talk anyone off the horse. I think your your old horse number 8 one of these days is a much better bet.
I mean, my notes now, just so you guys know, I am forever betting this horse because when I don't, it's going to win and blow up my tickets. I used to own the left leg of this horse. It was one of my favorite purchases, and what Garcia has been able to do with this horse, because this horse spent a lot of time on the injury list, and he just continues to find spots with this horse. And this actually is a similar level that this horse won at before. So that's a sneaky one in here. And JJ has kept the faith. He sticks around every time.
Yep.
JJ is seeing something on this horse.
Well, this is also the right spot for the horse, right? Because we've said many times before that this horse is not really a proper N1X allowance horse. This is a starter allowance race. This is a much easier level than this horse has been racing. So I almost wonder if Garcia was kind of waiting for this spot and it just never came up in the book. So, okay, I got to run him in an N1X. And now the spot comes up and you're like, to your point, JJ sticks around.
And I mean, when we owned this horse, I was advocating so many times to get JJ to ride this horse. And then he finally agreed. And Baffert had a horse in the race, so I couldn't get him to ride. And since then, he's been riding every single race when he's had options. I mean, even on Breeders' Cup, Frank, he had options in that race. And that was a flyer for that horse at the Breeders' Cup undercard. And JJ still stuck around on it.
I agree. Real quick, let's go through the rest of the legs. Let's throw your numbers out there, Kieran, just so people know who we're betting and they can get their tickets in as well. You don't have to go into in-depth detail as to why you like the horses, but just mention who you're using in the next 2 legs.
5-3-1-4 in race 7. If you asked me which horse I was going to single, it would be the number 5 with Kimura for Phil, with a slight edge over a price horse, Irish Royalty. I mean, I know Hara Lee's up in class, Lasix, and O'Neill still owns the horse, and I thought, why not? And then people are probably, Speedboat. I know it's a turf race.
We had that horse last time on the show, remember?
Oh, yeah. And how do you
not use... That was the time to have him. No shot today.
Yeah, we'll see.
No shot.
Sumter, Pratt riding, screaming workouts. How do you discount that one? And then, we go to the last race, and my ticket is probably a lot different than most people. I'm just taking a swing at prices in the last leg, Frank. I ended up putting Lahaina Flavor. I mean, there's a theme here. Kimura lost by a head last out under Rispoli, when he came from the clouds too late. You got Balladeer in there who lost by a neck, but I think that was the best race Balladeer's had, and I've seen Balladeer's races all the time. And that was his first time on Lasix. This is second time Lasix today. And I said, do not discount this paycheck horse in this spot. And then you've got Uncle Happy, the number 1. I'm actually not even using Genius Jimmy or anyone else. So I'm going for it today.
I'm very different than you in that last leg, but don't get me wrong. If you saw my matrix, I have all of the horses you mentioned as Bs, but my As in that last leg are the 7 Genius Jimmy and the 10 Hiding in Honduras. But that is as tough a race as the first race here to start off. And then I'm sandwiching. If you look in the middle there, I'm tight. I'm with the 4 and the 5 in that sprint race. Sereno Sky, Kieran mentioned that. And then I thought Speedboat Beach ran too good to lose last time. I didn't like the horse last time. I think Kieran needed Speedboat Beach for his lungs that day, and he lost at 4-5 by a neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a heartbreaker.
And I was surprised you didn't. That wasn't your top pick in here in this race, because I think that horse is going to be very, very tough after that race under the belt. Now getting on the main turf course, which plays a lot more to forwardly types than the downhill does. So I thought that race was the 4-5.
I mean, I am using him, and even looking at the will pays and the odds right now, 4 minutes in, Frank, I think
Yep.
at least right now, we'll see what the result is. I was correct in tossing the 1 and 2, the Glad horses. You know, I didn't like what it was. I mean, I do have the backup ticket with the 3, but I think that's just to make me feel better with, you know, I feel like I can't not use an O'Neill and a Harrow horse, but I like the prices here. I mean, look at these prices to start off the all turf. If you can connect today, you're going to get paid.
This is the one that we talked about. We're like, the sequences have still paid really well, but they've been pretty formful. Every time we do a show, you're like, just keep being patient. There's going to be one day where it blows up. And I think this could absolutely be the day. This race and the last race are extremely difficult. Look at like you said, if you look at the toke here, on the favorite is Jimmy Blue Jeans, 3-1. I mean, no one has a super strong opinion. Phosphorescence 7-2, and then you have One of These Days, Kieran's old horse, at 5-1, which I think is very, very interesting.
I will say the one thing I'm happy about is that I did think Jimmy Blue Jeans would vie for favoritism, and the 6-1 was crazy. So I like seeing that what I thought comes to fruition, if that makes sense. At least it means I'm kind of looking at it correctly, but it is a wide open race still.
100%, Kieran. And we've talked about this on the show many times before. There have been several instances where you and I were both like, part of your analysis, like, no way we're getting 8-1 on this horse, right? And then you see the horse is 2-1, and you go, okay, I was right. You want to be right in those situations because you want to make sure you're seeing the ball correctly.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times, like when I do my write-ups, for my cards, people will email me back and they're like, your top choice is an 8-1 horse, and you don't have a long shot write-up on them. And I got to reply back to them because when I do add that as a long shot, I usually write in, not going to happen. So I've ended up not using them, and more times than not, they're not the value that that the morning line says, unfortunately.
Yeah. But that, as we saw the other day, though, we had a horse in the middle leg who, ended up being good value because we like the horse at the 8-1 morning line, but the horse ended up going off at like 5-2. If that happens in the middle leg or the last leg, it's okay.
So in this next leg, who do you have, Frank? And maybe we can just see if there's any.
I don't handicap this race as the dirt race in the middle, and until they give us a $5 late double to play, a $5 middle double, I'm not that interested.
Okay.
But I know you usually like to do it because you want to see if there's any sneaky money from this leg going forward, right?
Yeah, so I'm trying to pull up what I did to see which one I was looking at here.
I'll pull up the combo. Right now, the favorite combo is 4-1.
I went 6-1 with the 6 on top with JJ, who's really, he was cold for a little bit. Yeah, that didn't last very long. So I went 6-1, and right now this 5 into the 1 is 37. I think that's the lowest sequence.
No, 4-1, $32.
Oh, 4-1. Interesting. Okay.
That's Jimmy Blue Jeans. That's
All
the
right.
favorite here.
Oh,
so
okay, yeah.
And then the 4-6 is 54.
And 5-6 is 53.
5-6 is 33.
Oh, I got to click. We got all the money coming in. So the late money coming in right now, Frank, came in on the 5. A lot of money.
Yeah, now that's the favorite combo. You're right. 5-6 is $32. All right, they're loading. Good luck, everybody. Let's get out of this first leg alive. As Kieran said, like this could be the sequence that really blows things up because we both thought it was a very, very tough $3 all-turf pick 3. Let's get it done. Let's go.
I did not even realize that was going to be Papa's 400th win, Frank.
That was big. I mean, that horse, wow.
Yeah. Awesome.
What a cool horse, man. Let me go back to his PPs here. 8 years old. That was not an easy field to beat. I mean, granted, he got the perfect trip, on a course that has been speed favoring, but I mean, he still had to earn it. That was awesome.
Yeah, and Frey, that was a nice ride by Frey there. Like we said, he's been riding really well, to start the meet. He's just not had the horses that show up on the win stats. But, those of us who look at it know when he gets a good horse, you absolutely got to use it. And I mean, like I said, that was the one I was leaning towards singling. But even then, when I had a strong conviction, I couldn't fire away. But I mean, I would have done only $6, you know what I mean, on the all.
Yeah, you would have done it in extra time with the 4. You still couldn't single the horse with confidence, but if you were coming back, you would have. I totally get it.
Because
I used like 8 horses in that race.
After the last couple of days, Frank, I was sweating in the turn when I saw Cattell, come. I was like, "Are you going to tell me again? Someone's going to fly from the clouds and run me down, the one I didn't have, I
was terrified when Frank was calling Cathal because I'm like,
I
did not use that horse.
You could tell the cadence in his voice. You're like, he could tell that was the horse that could have upset the apple cart there.
Right, but that horse did what the horse always does, flattened out. So I'm so glad to hear that. I would have been, he called one of these days coming late. That would have been fine. And Ajiz would have been fine too. But hats off to Papa George P. Papa Padroma with his 400th win and with a cool horse too. So that's awesome. Dan H., thank you for joining us. Charlie Steinbrenner, thank you for joining us. Super Bowl Sunday, let's go. He started off 3-4, so he's alive. Nice job. Stephen D., yes, thank you for joining us. Good luck to all on Super Bowl Sunday. A lot of morning, gentlemen. Happy, nice. Yeah, I'm with you, Pete. Seahawks all the way. Sorry to all of our New England fans out there, but I'd love to see the Seahawks win. They deserve it. It's their time.
I mean, did you saw we're raising funds for the referees who are going to decide who wins this game, like they have every game this season. So I think my name on the bottom was a referee retirement fund.
Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't show our names sometimes. It's so weird. I don't get it. But,
I guess it's because the comments is what it is.
But even if I take the comments away, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, the National Fixed Football League. What do I have?
No interest. I was going to wear my the real football game jersey, a.k.a. rugby, but I couldn't fit into it.
Yeah, little known fact. One thing that Kieran and I we share that nobody really knows. I played rugby in college, and Kieran played rugby as well. We're both former rugby players. Beat up and unstrappy.
No pads, no nothing. You get messed up every game. You just throw some sugar and some tape on it. Back to work you went. These guys, baseball, football, they got a blister on their thumb. They're out for 6 months, It's like, come on.
I played inside center. So I was the short, squatty guy trying to grind it out in the back. What were you? You might have been in the what was it? The tall guy in the scrum. What was I forget the position?
Yeah, but I was on the back, and then I also was the kicker. So, but I was the speed
fullback.
Yeah, I was the speed. So I'd get the ball out, and then I'd start running.
Oh, I would have loved to have tackled you in the open field and just laid my shoulder right in. You right low, wrap you up, and pile drive you into the ground.
But then when I played soccer, I was a totally different player. I played defense, and I like to let the forwards think they had the jump on me, and then they'd get me whooping them. Anyway, hey, we got a new theme song for the Super Bowl. Should we play it? See what the guys think?
All
right, let me find it here. This is our Super Bowl song we came up with. We got time to kill with this.
Yes, we absolutely have time to kill.
On February 8th, Super Bowl Sunday hits. Levi Stadium lit. Bad
Not too bad, huh?
Fantastic. I love it.
I mean, I figure a lot of our viewers are old farts who appreciated the hair bands back in the 80s and 90s. So,
I absolutely love it.
I mean, AI is going to wipe out. I mean, the amount of music that's going to be AI generated and movies and stuff in the next 10 years, Frank, people are going to be looking back and going, remember when actors were real people?
Well, with my publishing background, I think of intellectual property all the time. And so who owns the copyright to that song, Kieran? Is that you? Are you the composer? Like,
That is
could
mine.
you get that published as the songwriter? I mean,
Yes.
can you publish it? Okay.
I own it. About to be Grammy nominated.
You don't own the songwriting credit with Grok?
No, Grok is great, but I tweak everything because they come back.
No, I know that, but I'm like, I'm not joking around. I'm being very serious about this.
Everything's you. I mean, what is crazy though is, I mean, what writing, and I've written a lot myself, and I'll eventually get around to writing the 10 books that are in my head, but you can just tell people who use AI to write stuff.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely.
It's so bad. Like, I saw a funny comment where someone said, usually my buddy's email replies would be to, me get money.
Like when you drunk text.
And then, yes, that too. And now he's like, I would like some Grey Poupon. And 4 paragraphs later, and like, yeah, he had AI write his email reply to me.
The other big tell about AI is if you read something and then there's like a moralizing summary at the bottom.
Yes.
Where it's always like, this story shows the spirit of the human heart and the strength and fortitude when you never give up and you keep trying. There's always something like that at the very end. Immediately that's an AI scripted message.
So, Frank,
yeah.
I was going to say, I mean, just looking at the will pays in here, the 6 ended up being the chalk. That was the one I went 6-1 in this race, and I had handicapped it. And the double's paying $31. The 1 is paying $35, and the 3 $37. And on the pick 3, the 1 was on the pick 3, the favorite, Frank, was the 3. That's All Right Mama at $83. Then it went to the number 1 at $92 and the 6 at $98. So they've kind of changed their tune.
Let's take who do you think is going to go off favorite here?
I think the 6 is going to go off favorite, but let me ask you a question. I mean, I think I know that you're going to say it. We both agree they're probably going to send the Pratt horse in race 7.
That's what I was getting at. I want to look going forward. So who do you think is going to be favored here? So let's look at that horse in this leg to the horses we like in the next.
I think 6 is going to be favored here, and
okay.
6 into the 1 is paying 14. That's actually not the case. The favorite into the next leg is 2. Oh, I'm looking at the exactas. Okay, when you hover away, it moves, which I know. So 6 into 1 is paying $23, Frank. 1 into the 1 is paying $19. So that looks like, looking all around, that looks to be the lowest of the pays in the next leg.
Okay, so yeah, the current favorite right now is the 5. So let's look with the 5, actually. That's funny. The 5 is not the favorite going forward, but...
Yeah, 5, 2, and 3 are both paying $31 into the 1 in the next leg. I mean, it's still super early, but I don't think we don't have enough money in the pool to get an idea. We probably still want.
Because look at the 2-2 combo, Kieran. It's 24.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I think there's only $3,000, $3,800 in the pool right now. Well, you know what? Speaking of pool sizes, shout out to the DTL crew for showing up yesterday with no show. We looked at the pool sizes for all the wagers, all turf, late pick 3, and late double, and they were phenomenal. So thank you guys for supporting Santa Anita and showing up even when we don't do a show.
I think, Frank, once we start seeing a few gigantic pays in the all turf, I still think the majority of players are not playing the all turf, which is insane to me. I mean, we've gone over the reasons of playing all 3 bets, but I think people have looked probably for the first month. oh, those payouts suck. They haven't sucked. You're getting like exponentially more than you normally would do in the win parlay, but they've not been big enough to have people look a little bit closer. And once you get like when the pick threes weren't that big down at Del Mar until a couple of monster ones came in, and then everyone started going, ooh, I can do this pick three and then recover with the double. And
you're 100% right, because yesterday I think the all-turf paid something like $270. So people are going to look at that and go, well, why would I play this bet? Like, that's not a lot of money. But if you look at what the win parlay paid, which would have been like maybe $150, it's tremendous value. But you're right. It's not that big flashy number that's going to make the casual player go, oh, now I get it. Now I know why I should be playing that. But the funny thing is, as tough as we all thought that first race was, the second choice ended up winning. So we may not get the payoff we were expecting today.
Yeah, it is what it is. But I mean, I still think there'll be enough money in this pool. I mean, this also, the next leg is not an easy leg either. I mean, I thought, I mean, Pratt on the number one, Sumter makes it, and they gave the morning line, so everyone bet that one. But I ended up putting that one third choice, Frank. I mean, did you have it as an A or your top choice in that race?
Kira, my A's, I was with you. Sereno Sky and Speedboat Beach are my A's, but I have 1, 2, 6, 7 as my B's. But in my all-turf, because I spread so much in the first leg, my all-turf, I only have the 4 and the 5 in the next leg.
Okay, well, that's not a bad spot to be on. I mean,
as you know why I did that? Because I wanted – sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just had – because it's your theory about handcuffing. Yeah. So I have the 4-5 in the middle leg of the all-turf. But to start my late pick three, when we put those up, you'll see that I also have the 1, 2, 6, 7 to start, because we like to use these bets in conjunction with each other. So I have the 4-5 in the all-turf, but in the late pick three, I have the 4-5 and the 1, 2, 6, 7.
And then just to harp on your point too, Frank, to let people know, like if you were to use all of those tickets on your all-turf, your all-turf ticket would be like $240. Let's throw a number out there. And it might pay $300 if it chalked out. But if you get through with your earlier convictions, you can come back on a smaller ticket and you have the chance to double up and swing with the picks you have already in the all-turf and then adjust and spread out to the next races.
So, let me just show real quick so people see exactly what we're talking about. So this is my all-turf, right? You look at the middle leg there, 4-5. Okay, here's my late pick three. 4-5 are my A's, so that's my A ticket. But then look at my backup, 1, 2, 6, 7. So I'm still using other horses in the next leg, even though I didn't use them in my all-turf. And that's because we like to play these bets. And I give Kieran full credit, since I'm all about protecting someone's intellectual property. Kieran calls this handcuffing these bets together, handcuffing the wagers. And I'll let you do a brief explanation, and then I want to play the video again for people who are just joining us and want to learn how to play these low takeout wagers together.
Simplest way to explain it is all three bets are combined. Just think of them as one rolling bet. You start off the first leg. It could be exponentially expensive if you use all your horses in it. So you go with your targeted stuff. Usually the way I approach it is my top two choices and maybe a long shot. Then if I've got a key horse, and typically what happens is this works when we have the race set up like it is today. Race 5, 7, 9, where the middle leg of the all-turf starts the pick three. So these 9 race cards are perfect for the handcuffing, because the second leg of the all-turf, when you get to that leg, you can see what the probables are, or the will pays are into it, and the probables out. And you might have been totally wrong. A horse you didn't use on the all-turf that was a side consideration. That now is the horse everyone says can't lose. So you can come back and adjust your bet and add that one in. And you can also look and go, wow, this is going to pay really small. I got to hammer it a little bit more or redo it. So simple explanation. And then same thing with the double. Come back, you get to see what the will pays are into that double and out of it. And are you happy with the pays? No. Hammer it some more. Simple as that.
This video is rated M for mature audiences, features themes of drinking, gambling, and BDSM handcuffing.
At Santa Anita, 3 low takeout bets can supercharge your day. The $3 all-turf pick 3, the $3 late pick 3, and the $5 late double. Think of them not as separate tickets, but as one collective bet. The magic? Selective spreading and smart coverage across the sequences. Example, you nail the first leg of the all-turf pick 3. You're already alive in the late pick 3. Now you have powerful options. Had a strong single lined up? Press it. Ride that conviction hard. Whiffed early? No sweat. You still have 2 more low takeout shots to save the day. Handicapping all 3 together maximizes your profit potential. Or hedge and spread. Add the extra horses you skipped earlier to keep the all-turf ticket smaller. Hit a big price in the first leg? Awesome! No kidding! That's huge leverage, right? We're loaded in the late double probables. Let's go! Handcuffing these 3 bets maximizes your edge and your profits. Double Trouble Live!
Panda. Look at you, scriptwriter, composer. I mean, you're like a triple threat. You're what they would call in Hollywood a hyphenate. You're a horse player hyphen.
I got to keep the brain quiet. I got to keep it occupied with many different things.
Well, I know all yes. Otherwise, you get on Twitter and you start World War III. Oh my goodness!
That's the Irish in me at a bar. You know, the Irish rules were when you're at a bar, you don't talk religion or politics. Everything else is open season.
There you go. The Fighting Irish. Here, Dan H. Look at this, Karen. Graphic game strong. Thank you, Dan. If you can't have fun drinking, gambling, docking horses, I mean, why are you even alive? Let's go. I mean, it's Super Bowl Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. Real quick, Dan.
This is the greatest gambling thing we have. I mean, everything else gets hype. Horse racing does their utmost to shoot themselves in the foot every time, but it's the OG of gambling. You know what I mean? This is it. And we don't get capped. You get rewarded for your research. And if you're the sharpest guy there is, they welcome you at open arms to bet as much as you want and make as much as you want. No other gambling lets you do that. You count cards at the casino, you're out of here. You're too sharp on the
sports book. You're limited to $10.
Yeah.
Well, while we have a little bit of time, we can have some fun with this. I do not have a Super Bowl bet yet. I wanted to bet Seattle, but I'm not liking any of the prices. I waited too long. Dan, do you have any stats for this? Is this traditionally a winning bet? I assume it is. Minus 150 that will either team score 30-plus points? No. Okay.
Rolls that they've been lately. 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, my feeling is if the game's not fixed, Seattle absolutely blows them out. But the game is probably fixed, so it'll be within 5 points, to make it very interesting. But maybe that's just
Frank, I forgot that I was going to have you listen to this one. I had another song. I know you like the theme song that we have.
Yeah.
But I actually had one that I'd uploaded before, and I don't think you ever listened to it. So I got to see if I can find it and see what you think of this one.
I'm a Santa Anita wallet already on life support. They hit me with that low takeout. Now I'm feeling kind of sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11 into a yacht by Monday. Low takeout, man.
I like this actually.
I'm doing this thing. My pocket's doing the running, man. Takeout, man. Bookies crying in the can. Low takeout, baby. 3 straight lawns. If this thing hits, I'm buying the whole damn barn. Grass to grass, no dirt in my life. I'm so all turf. I might start photosynthesize. Santa Anita, low takeout got me acting unwise. Told my wife, babe, I'm rich. Now she want alimony twice. Double trouble on the mic because of the scene. Low takeout was all turf and retirement dream. If we hit this pick 3, tell the valley keep the change. We're reading lobster tonight on a $12 range. Boom. Thank you, Santa Anita. Good night.
Dude, that's the outro song.
Yeah, what's that?
That'll be our outro song.
All right, we can do that one then. Yes,
yeah, you got to tee that up for the end of the show. Are you kidding me? That's phenomenal.
All right, what do you guys think? How was that one?
I absolutely love it. I like our theme song because I like starting the show off with.
Well, that's right. We always forget about this story, Frank, that Chris talked about, how the Steelers were purchased with a horse racing bet. Most people don't realize that.
I put that up, because I love when Chris contributes because he is one of the most knowledgeable guys, not only in horse racing, but in all of sports because he's actively involved. I never knew this.
Really?
What's the story? No, I never knew this.
Oh, wow. I mean, let me get the full details, but he was down to his last dollars. And
Mr. Rooney purchased the Steelers with horse racing betting winnings. Wow. I had no idea.
There's a whole like story. Let me see where it is. Hang on.
Chris, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, it's they got an article. I'm trying to find the article. It was at Saratoga that he did it. He bought it for $2,500, the Steelers.
Well, like, what year are we talking about here? Like the 60s?
1937.
37.
Yeah. He hit so big that he came home from the track with $400,000
And bought a football team.
The equivalent of $9 million today. He won at the track.
No, wait, 400,000 back in 1937?
Correct.
What did he bet? There were only win bets. I mean, like win play show. Oh my God.
Yeah, he funded the team with money he won. I guess what they said.
Did he parlay, like a win parlay throughout the whole day? Like let it ride?
To see
like,
if they have all the details about it.
That has to be an urban legend, like a
Oh, no, it's legit. I mean, they say it was legit. So, according to people who were there to witness what went down, he headed to the Empire Racetrack in Yonkers and walked away with $105,000 after successfully picking the winner of 6 consecutive races.
Okay, so he let it ride. Yeah. Oh my God.
While most people would have been satisfied with heading home at that point, he opted to head upstate to Saratoga and saw his hot streak get even hotter. And he's believed to have left between $256,000 and $380,000 when everything was said and done. Yeah.
How is this not a movie? Kieran, you like to write scripts?
Yeah, there we go. I mean, we need some more horse racing movies, but you got to be careful because every one that's been done, I think, has been done very, very well. I don't think there's any bad ones. I like them all. There's not enough of them.
Now you've heard the rest of the... Chris, thank you so much for that contribution. I had no idea. And I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm a horse racing historian, but, I have a pretty good knowledge of the most interesting things in horse racing. I never, ever heard that. That is unbelievable. This is funny. Yeah, Andy, getting his picks all day from the famous old-time handicapper, Pittsburgh Phil. That's right. He was a legend back in the day, Pittsburgh Phil. Oh, yeah, this is a movie. This is a movie. Wow, very, very cool stuff. Chris, are you working the game? I know it's not a Niner game, but it is up in that neck of the woods. Chris does radio for the 49er radio broadcast. Works with the team up there. Share some insight. Pete, nice, love them both. Oh, he likes both songs. Very creative, excellent. Here's Dan. The Super Bowl total is 45.5 this game. Public largely, always. The public loves the over. We're on Super Bowl Sunday. Yeah, the value is on it.
I was trying to make us our own Super Bowl ad, Frank, because everyone's about the ads now, not the actual game. But everything turned out really bad.
You don't have one, like just...
No, they were just horrible.
All right, well, there's only 3 minutes to post here anyway. Let's revisit the tote. But that was a fun little interlude. I really like that. I like our new outro song, Kieran. You've been holding out on it. Okay, so let's look at the probables going forward again. I don't understand it. The 1-1 combo is the favorite, and yet the 1 is 4-1 on the tote board here.
Yeah, I mean, what are we looking at money-wise in here? We're at 37,000, not a whole lot.
That's enough.
The 5 being the favorite, though, is the 5 on the double was the longest shot on the board on the double, and the 5 was 4 choice.
6-1 morning line.
Yeah. What do they know? Like,
who was your top pick in the race?
6 and then 1. I just went 6-1. That was it.
Okay, so what are you getting here?
I mean, this horse raced January 8th. Keen pulled up, walked off. You know what I mean? They came back with the work, which is what they make them do. there was nothing before that. The horse lost by 16 the race before that. I mean, the reason it might be in it to win it, you know, a horse cost $100K in here. You know, maybe they just don't want to breed her. They're looking for the paycheck, getting 20K out, and I don't know. I don't know what to make of it, Frank, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm looking at. I mean, you have 2 horses at 5-2, 1 at 7-2, and 1 at 9-2, and 1 at 4-1. I mean, that's absolutely crazy. Something's got. Al, what do you have as the double pool total? I only have 11,000.
30,000. Oh wait, that's the exact double pool. I have it. Yeah, 11,000. So that's
Kieran, this is the perfect race to start your $5 late double middle $5 middle double idea, because it's not taking any money anyway. It's only 11,000.
The dirt and turf special. Here we go. Double trouble dirt and turf special. Keep us happy, and we get our name on it.
Our very own bet. Our very own bet. I love it. I absolutely love it. Oh my God!
Actually, as you know, when I was up at Santa Anita a couple of weeks ago, I was pitching that idea hard to Nate. I was like, "Give us this bet. Give us this bet."
Yeah, we'll have to get serious about that. All right, here's Chris. We might as well talk about the late pick 3 when we're waiting for this to go off. He's going to start the next leg with the 2 and the 5. Yellow card, interesting, and Sereno Sky. So we both like Sereno Sky. I had the yellow card as a secondary contender, but I might have to upgrade that based on Chris's suggestion. Thank you, Chris. Always great to have you.
And
Charlie Steinbrenner, the 3 in this race. That's all right, Mama.
And I mean, I had to use Irish Royal. Was what was going to get me off my losing streak, and sure enough, it did.
I will say that horse, if that horse wins, I won't be mad. I didn't use that horse today, but that was a horse where Kieran and I absolutely both loved on the show.
Oh, talk about placed perfect. Placed perfect.
And we got such a great price on the horse. We had a huge winning day. See, the difference, though, is I actually made a real case for why I like the horse. Kieran's handicapping angle was, well, it's Irish. You know, I always bet the Irish horses. Oh, yep. Well, that's it.
Pretty much it. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, and I think the reason that horse is probably not getting play and why you didn't like it was claimed off Glatt last year. It was ice cold, and then, you know, came back and won off the bench. And then a lot of people are like, okay, that was the race you wanted. You know, see some regression. And then you see the winning jockey, you know, O'Neill's go-to guy leaves. But, I mean, you're getting Freshu on the turf. And, I mean, it might take Freshu a little bit to start heating up again, but he was riding great before he got injured.
He won yesterday. I forget which race, but he won a nice race yesterday.
And you're not really losing anything. And then, I mean, this is O'Neill thinks enough of this horse to go from an optional claiming 20 to a stakes race. And he's a part owner as well. You know what I mean? So when owner trainers do this kind of move, it's not to get exercise for the horse. Come on.
All right, they're in the gate. Good luck, everybody. We'll talk more about that Irish royalty after the race. Um,
5 nowhere.
yeah, that was a interesting race. Again, though, like, oh, hold on. We got to have the Kieran's dirt turf pick 3, pick 5. Get people to bet that race a little more. Real quick, public service announcements. If you are watching on X and watching in the platform and leaving us comments, thank you, but we do not see those X comments. Executive producer Terry wanted me to remind the audience that we do not see them show up in the live chat. It's a weird glitch that only people in the X platform can see while they're watching our show. So if you would like to join the live chat, we would love for you to join the live chat, but you got to go and watch in the YouTube platform and use the YouTube live chat function. We want to answer your questions. We want to include you. You can watch on both, but if you want to comment and chat, you got to hop over onto YouTube, and you could watch it on the Santa Anita YouTube channel. You could watch it on Double Trouble Live's YouTube channel. So yeah, please, we want to include everybody. That's what makes this show. Kieran thinks the show is all about him, but contrary to Kieran's belief, there is no show without the DTL crew. No comment, Kieran?
I was trying to look at my almighty Kieran, but I guess I deleted that to upload the video.
He's so self-absorbed. He's not even listening. All he wants to do is show his almighty Kieran meme. I mean, seriously.
No, I was looking.
Hey,
for
look, Frank's horse is catching an Uber. This is the funniest thing I've seen all day. Hey, to the races!
That is pretty funny. I think that is our second most watched short on YouTube. The first most watched short.
Let me click on. I'll click it on for you. Which one is it? The sad clown or the other one?
Sad clown.
Why hasn't Chappie called?
Oh no, it was the sad clown, right?
Number one most watched short on YouTube. Unfortunately, we don't have 500 subscribers yet, so we don't get paid.
I know. I mean, I even made a Beavis and Butthead one of them.
This rules. Yeah, double trouble. Live, yeah. Cool.
All right, time to get down to business.
We're going to have to make a like and subscribe video and just play it relentlessly on the show until we get to 500 viewers. Or we're going to have like a Jerry Lewis telethon.
I mean, we get to 500 viewers, we'll do a $500 bet live on track next Saturday.
We have the best ratings of any show out there. You look at some of these other shows, it's like 9 people watching.
And they got
right here, real quick on X. More than 250 people just watching on X alone. I mean, come on. Can we get to 500 subscribers, please?
And then, Terry, the bosses make sure we have a nice background for us. I see some of these videos and they got a mop bucket in the background with underwear hanging on it, It's like, okay.
It's like I'm being held hostage. In the next room is Savannah Guthrie's mom. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. Oh, boy. Anyway.
Early money, Frank.
That was a poor joke. I'm sorry. I hope Savannah Guthrie's mom is okay. I was making a hostage joke, but I take that back.
The early money flooded in on Sumter, Frank. So we're already at $31K in the pool, and $13K of it came in on the number one. And the will pays. Number one is paying on the double $33.80, and next up is number 2, yellow card. That's actually kind of shocking. And then it starts getting really high. Like, no one liked the 4 is paying 60. No one liked the 5 is paying 77. So my 3.
It's early, though. It's early, right? Oh, no, this is the will pays.
Will pays. But let's look at the pick 3 and see if it's similar. Pick 3, one dominant favorite on the pick 3, Frank, $32. The 2, took.
Really?
Yeah, and the 2 is the second choice at 70, and then everything else goes super high. So I might have to do a saver bet or be okay with what I have. Because I did not, I tossed the 2, but maybe everyone's thinking McCarthy double. They like what they're seeing on his horses. I don't know.
Well, I know that Chris liked the 2, and Chris is very, very sharp. I looked long and hard at the 2. I know that was a really bad trip last time. The horse is a decent horse, has run well against other good horses, but I wasn't sure of the distance for he's kind of like a horse without a distance kind of thing,
I landed on that too, and I thought, well, 6.5 was too much, but the horse was back, and 5, the horse still ended up 5th, and I mean, it did win at 5 furlongs,
right.
Second at 5. It was.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
I was the same as you, Frank.
But I don't know. I was like, eh.
And then Kimura left, and it's not like McCarthy's going to boot Kimura. I mean, and this is his usual money race. Third off the layoff, McCarthy does really well, 23%. And then Kimura obviously went to Phil. I mean, he's his go-to guy right now, in case you didn't realize it. I mean, he's not started winning yet, but he's going to start winning now, especially next weekend. Actually, there was something I wanted to say too, Frank. That last leg of this pick 3, Grogu, who I thought was actually going to – my notes for that horse were – should stay in this race, because you know where this horse is going to show up? They actually nominated Grogu to the San Luis Stakes next week against Gold Phoenix. I thought it was crazy. Should have ran in this leg.
Not San Luis Ray. That's
the horse is nominated for that race next week.
No, the San Luis Ray is like a million miles.
No, the 1.25 miles.
San Luis Ray?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That used to be a really long race, I thought. So that's the race that Gold Phoenix is going to be in?
Yeah, and Grogu was nominated to the race, and I was like, oh, he should stay in this race. I see he scratched out, so I'm assuming they're thinking they're going to take a shot at it. Came up light. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, they're not scared of anyone in that race.
Oh no, it's to use a phrase you use in a write-up a lot. They're a bunch of tomato cans.
That's so funny. I haven't seen the nominations yet, but that is interesting that they chose the tougher spot for Grogu. So, Kieran, do I have is this the right one here? Low takeout?
Correct. Yes.
Starting with the 5. God, why is everything spaced together, man?
I don't know. I even put spaces when I put it in. I don't know. Since they did that update, it's been doing that. So let me see if I can. I did a banner. I did a banner with it. Hang on. Let me find the banner.
I like it better when you do your screenshot and then I just do the banner, because this way I can put them both up.
Yeah, but
okay, that's much better. Thank you. But I still like it when you do the screenshot, because then we can compare. But okay, let me look. 5 to start on one ticket. Coming back with the 5-3-1-4 on another, and then again with the 5-3. So yeah, you're not using the 2 that Chris also liked and you said was taking some money. Let me just show mine real quick. 4-5. I do have a ticket with the 2, but that's my backup B saver ticket.
Yeah, and I might end up doing one where I go chalkity chalk. Like I might use this a saver ticket, just seeing where all the pick 3 money is. I might throw the 2 in on a ticket here, then single the Bafford in the next leg and use my 3 horses. So I might spend another $12.
Yeah. Can you put yours up again? I'm sorry, I clicked off it and now I don't see it.
And it's one of those things, Frank. I'm okay spending the money on this pick 3 today, because I think the doubles you're going to have to hammer with conviction, because of, it's a 4-horse field, and even if you pick the long shot Pratt horse, the doubles aren't going to pay crazy.
So speaking of the doubles,
be in the pick 3 today.
Speaking of the doubles, there's only 7,000 in the pool right now, but going forward in this leg, the favorite combo is 1-4, $9.60, and then the 1-2 is $10.80, and the 1-1 is $13.40. not as big of a favorite as I mean, I'm all about Explorer. Who did you like in that race?
I actually gave the nod to Super.
Really?
And I gave a big chance to the Pratt horse. And then my notes for that were, if Explorer's not going to, I mean, the way I saw the race flow, I mean, there's only 4 horses, and a lot of people saying Explorer lost that Breeders' Cup race because too far back. And there's a risk that Explorer and Super go head to head because Explorer doesn't want to give up the early ground, and Pratt swoops in late on Meaning, the number 1 horse. So
Sure. Okay.
it's going to be an interesting race. I mean, we're going to see if Explorer is the real deal, and we're going to see if Super is the real. Like, this is going to be a very telling race.
I'll tell you right now, Explorer is the real deal for sure. I want to see if Super is the real deal. I know Explorer is the real deal. So here, let me just show mine real quick. And the reason I did this, again, handcuffing the bets, I wanted to make a stand in my pick 3, and I'm standing with Explorer. And I can do that because you know why? I could look at the double pays and use your 1 or use Super if I want. Mm-hmm. Handcuffing the bets together. If I used all 3 of them in there, my ticket becomes way too expensive than what I want to spend in the sequence. So I planted a flag with Explorer on my late pick 3, and now I know I could just look and hedge if I want in the double, or depending on the market signals, maybe press with Explorer.
Well, right now, Frank, Sumter into Super is the low, paying $10. Sumter, I guess now it upticked a little. It was paying $9. Sumter into 2 is paying 10. Sumter into 4 is paying 10. And Sumter into the 1, the Pratt horse, is paying 13.
Do either one of us, we don't even have Sumter in an all turf, do we?
I do.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. I do not. And then Kieran, you do right there, right? The first one, 5314.
Yep.
The middle leg there.
The last leg where I have prices in the last leg. Morning line price.
But you like Sumter third best. The horse is even money. What are we?
I mean, I get why the horse is this price, but I just I mean,
really?
When you get Pratt, came off the hill, the added. I mean, the thing is, the horse likes to close. I don't know. There was a lot of question marks, but then you look at the workouts.
It's too short for Sumter. It's too short.
I thought that too, but if there's anyone who could negate that, it's the jockey on him. You know what I mean? That was the quandary you had with this horse.
Well, I've been pretty wrong on some of the horses that I've had very strong opinions on, and I hope today is the day it turns around, because I'm not crazy about Sumter, and I really expected Speedboat Beach to be a lot shorter. And the horse is not taking money. So am I way off here?
I mean, my internal morning line thing, I thought Sumter would be its morning line, and I thought number 5 would be 3-1, and I'm seeing number 5, Sereno Sky, at 9-2, and not really getting interest on doubles in. No interest on the pick 3, no interest on the double. But you know what? I'm pretty. Kieran, who are you singling in here? Sereno Sky. That's who I would say I was singling in here.
Well, I'm with you on Sereno Sky, but what am I missing on Speedboat Beach? Why is Speedboat Beach not being bet? Why do you not like Speedboat Beach? Anyone else out there have any opinions on Speedboat Beach?
I mean, I just liked it less. I mean, I do have it. I mean, it's my second choice in this. I mean, I did go
right. That's true.
That's true.
But in your internal morning line, you thought he was like 4th choice, right? Do you think he should be? What price if you were pricing up this race, what price would you make? What price would you make Speedboat Beach, and then what price would you want to bet on Speedboat Beach?
I would make Sereno Sky 3-1. I liked the morning line of 4-1 because I thought it was a wide enough race. I thought Sumter Might
Wow.
drift up to 5-2 to 3-1. Irish Royalty is the price I thought. Yellow Card is the one that I did not see being this price, And I mean, I kind of tossed it too. That's the one that has me going, am I misreading this race?
Okay. And what about Sumter?
Sumter, it was essentially Pratt's on, and how do you discount Pratt? And
No, but price-wise.
Price-wise, I mean, the workouts are screaming. Pratt rides again. I mean, he rode the horse to a second, so it's not like he was able to get.
Kieran, you're not listening. Price-wise, I don't care about the handicapping.
Price-wise,
4 to 5. Did you expect this? If you had, what would the morning line be if you were making the morning line on Sumter?
5-2.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know. So the morning line's kind of right there. Now let me ask you a follow-up question. Did you expect this horse to be odds on?
No. But we're still 10 minutes away, but no, absolutely not. And what's interesting is when we look at all the betting in this race, Frank,
Yeah.
both the 1 and the 2, it's all been win money coming in on both of them and very little show money. Like the 1 is at 22.5 to win, 29 to place.
Okay.
The 2 is 10-2, 1,500 to place. So the people betting the 1 and the 2 are putting it on the nose. They're not hedging at all. The 5 is getting the hedge money. 6,000 to win, 2,300. I think we're too far away. I think we're going to see some movement on these.
All right, fair enough. We can hold off on that for a minute, but let's focus on the bets that are set in stone. And you mentioned them already. Let's go over them again here because now I'm looking at it myself. The pick 3. If you have Sumter in the pick 3, you are getting back for $2, $65, right?
Pick 3.
Actually, can we use yours because you have it for the $1 payoff, right?
32.60 will pay.
What's next highest?
Next highest is the 2 at 70.
Double. That's double.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
then
expect Sumter to be that much of a favorite in the pick 3?
No, I didn't think he'd be that much of a favorite.
Yeah.
But the thing I'm taking away from this that has me pondering another bet, Frank, is I'm shocked that the 2 is 70 and then it jumps exponentially higher for the horses that I had more money on.
That was the point I was trying to get at. Exactly. They're betting Sumter like Sumter cannot lose. And if Sumter does lose, the 2's going to win.
And it's the same on the double as well. They're betting Sumter and Yellow Card like it's going to be either one of those 2 horses and the other ones in the double and the pick 3. Yeah, no chance.
But the difference is in the double, they're kind of close together, right?
Yes.
But in the pick 3, Sumter is a massive favorite over the 2.
Correct.
Paying half the price. It's very, very interesting wagering. And if you look at the win pool, the money is showing up on Sumter in the win pool. Yellow Card is taking that steady action as the second choice. My Speedboat Beach is dead. Our Sereno Sky is dead. Like, this is crazy to me.
I'm looking. I was just looking. I don't think Pratt's won a race here today, is he? Is that why they're betting that Pratt's due? Pratt has not won a race here today and he's been flying all over the country. He's been going from Aqueduct to Oaklawn to Tampa and then out here for today's races and hasn't won a race.
No, Kieran, I'm so confused by it. Look, Sumter is a very nice horse. And if people like Sumter, I get it. And you want to get take 2 to 1 on Sumter, 8 to 5, fine. 4 to 5? What has this horse done to deserve to be 4 to 5?
I think it's just the Pratt angle.
But even in the multis too, like, I don't know. I feel like the pick 3 has a lot more sophisticated money, and that horse can't lose in the pick 3. Like,
you know what?
Can't lose.
If I go down in flames on my pick 3 and my all turf by not having Yellow Card, so be it. I'm not going to do a side bet.
Yeah, DTL Crew, help us out here, please. We know what Chris Padrats has, the 2 and the I forget who his other horse was, but I know he liked the 2. Dan H, who you got? Anybody? Charlie, Chris Babcock, Pete, all you guys, let us know. Are we missing something? Who are you starting your late pick 3s with? Are we wrong about Sumter? Is the public right, or are we? We'll find out eventually. But
8 minutes.
Give us some clues. What?
Yeah, I said we'll find out who's right and wrong pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've been a little chilly, and there were a couple of horses where I built my day around that I thought, like, couldn't lose, and they were just horrendous. But Kieran's been very good about the prices and pricing up horses and figuring out who is going to take more money than the morning line or less money. And you're even way off in this race.
I'm going to hope they're wrong. And the last couple of times we've seen craziness like this, they've been wrong as well. So I'm hoping the wrongness continues. Right?
Well, that's true too. Because remember that D'Amato horse the other day that beat us. Yeah, that horse was ice cold everywhere. Nobody liked that horse, and that horse won. So, yeah, maybe they're just wrong. Andy, big tickets. Yellow card is a must-use in here. Dropping in class, troubled trip in the last, fresh jock in the irons. Yeah, could absolutely win, but not materially more so than some of the others that it would take more money and be the second choice. This is very interesting.
I mean, the stats for this particular race, though, Frank, the favorite wins 45%. And 65% of the time, the horse is under 5-1. And if it blows the tote up, it's over 10-1. But there's not enough.
Here's the thing. When you say, and again, I'm not trying to challenge or be an argumentative. I want to just clarify when you say that for this particular race, because it's a stakes race, are they counting the stats from just the Clocker's Corner or for every race at 6 furlongs on the turf course?
I think they count every race at 6 furlongs. That's a stake/handicap.
Okay, fair. Oh my God, look at this. Write this date down. We have finally arrived. Leo Vukmanovic is in the house. OMG. Oh my God, Leo. Just seeing your name here is unbelievable. You made our day. Thank you so much. Look at this. Terry and I keep this right there, front and center. Kieran, are you on Leo's Christmas card list?
I'm not. No, so. No one likes me.
Think so.
No one loves me, as we've seen. No one wants me on their show. No one has me in photos. It's just the way it is.
Well, we got 3 minutes to post here. We got to take this seriously here because Leo is in the house. How about the 7? You never mentioned him. Also, can't believe they put 4-horse race in the late $3 and daily double sequence. Yeah, that is very disappointing. We have a lot of theories about that in terms of how to maximize the pool sizes based on the types of races and whatnot. But we can save that for another day. Let's look at number 7, Virat. Dan Blacker is on fire. I kind of discounted the horse, but now that Leo's mentioning him, we have to consider. Kieran, what do you got?
Bullet workouts. Blacker's on fire. He in these kind of non-graded stakes races, when he puts a horse in a position like this, he puts it in for a reason. I just thought, the horse does like Santa Anita. 4-2-2 from 11 starts has done really well. And this distance is the
main turf course too, yeah.
And this horse is 3 wins, a second, and a third from 6 at 6 furlongs. So, it hits this horse smack right where you want. And the last time it raced here, last May, at this distance, it's won. Actually, the last 2 times Virat's been here has won at Santa Anita at 6 furlongs.
Oh, yeah, he's kind of a specialist. Look at that. He loves the main turf course, loves 6 furlongs. I'm actually just going to put a win bet on the horse right now. I'm on my ExpressBet account, putting a win bet on. I don't even need to mess around. Horse is 21-1. Leo's stamp of approval, 100%. Let me see what I put in my write-up, because, we have been ignoring that horse. I have the horse as a B, but I think it was more of a reluctant B in case I was wrong about my A's.
Well,
Here's why. I thought the trip. Talk 3 wide.
Pick 3, 7, 2, 4, 1, 4, 8. $18.
There you go. Get it in.
Just because Leo likes the horse, and when we're at the track, when we ask him about a horse and he says he likes a horse, we always have to look at a reason to put it in.
I know. Yeah, especially when we're just focused on a couple of. When we have tunnel vision, like Leo comes in and just boom.
Smacks
How about this? Dropping some knowledge. I've been focusing on betting layoff horses to gain value. And look, Dan Blacker has clearly pointed to this meet with his stakes horses. He had El Patente Crush yesterday. He won the Cal Cup Oaks and the Cal Cup Derby. And here we are, the Clocker's Corner. He has
And I
stake
mean,
horses in his barn that he has been pointing to this meet.
and like you said, Frank, we do. I mean, which is why we love the live show. We put blinders on when we fall in love with horses. I'm in love with the Phil KK horse,
Yeah.
and you like Speedboat, and we kind of toss the other horses to the side. So when we start looking, we're like, oh, let's look at this horse.
Well, Kieran, why do we always say this is why we do the show? This is a gambling game, right? This is a gambling game. I don't care who you liked on Tuesday. I want to know who you like now in the moment based on everything you've seen up until this point. And then we're going to bet. We're not going to pat each other on the back because our fifth selection won the race. We're here to make money. We're here to gamble. Santa Anita has given us the most player-friendly wagering pools in the history of the sport. There's no better value than these low takeout, high minimum wagers.
We have a target. We want to see the pick 3 get to 500K like the old days of the pick 4. And then you'll start seeing other tracks go, they grew their handle. We're making less, but we're making more, which is how it should be.
You got to take one step back to go 2 steps forward. And Santa Anita was the first to realize that the way the game was going was unsustainable. Short-term profits, fine. But if you want to be in this game much longer, adjustments needed to be made, and they've done everything in their power to try and appease and make the retail player happy, as they should.
Look at our handle.
That's the whole impetus of the show. That's why we do it.
I keep saying my handle is up for the first time in years, and up dramatically, not like just up a little bit, up dramatically over the last few years.
Kieran, you stopped playing tournaments. All you did last year was you chased the tour. You were playing tournaments because you were not getting value in the pari-mutuel pool. You have not played as many tournaments in the last 6 months. You know what I mean? Like you're playing because you're actually betting in the pari-mutuel pool. You're betting in the pari-mutuel pool, which is the way, as God intended. Real quick, Charlie, like to watch replays and workouts more, like the 3 in race 6, the 7 in race 7, number 5 with 2 and 1. I'm assuming you watch on ExpressBet, XBTV Works.
All right, they're loading, Frank.
Yeah, we'll revisit this at another time because I have some questions for you, because that's one part of my game that I'm not very good at. All right, good luck, everybody. Let's get home here. Let's get out. I think the host of next week's show, Chris Podratz with the 2 horse and Leo Bukmanovich with the 7. There's your exacta, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty sure the 7 got second, right?
I thought it was 5. 5 second.
The 5?
Yep.
Did I have the wrong horse? I thought Virat was right there. The 1 came up the wood.
5 just came too late.
I don't know. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, the 5. The 7's third, I think, but it's a photo. Anyway, yes, my cold streak absolutely continues.
Well, no sleep for us.
Yeah, thanks, Chris. I'm so, for some reason, there was a sunlight on the 5. I totally didn't even see the 5.
And I almost made that pivot to the 2, but it hadn't worked the last couple of times. And the pivot today, I had the bet loaded and I changed it. But
look at it, and he's right in our face. I love it. He's trash talking. How you like yellow card, man? Thank you, Andy. You contributed to the show, and you were absolutely right there along with Chris.
The pick 3 money and the double money were absolutely correct. Sumter, though, we were wondering why it was like that and didn't have enough again.
Yeah, the horse took all that money and ran well, but we said 6 furlongs is too short for the horse.
Sereno Valley, that was a heartbreaker. I knew that horse was way better than the odds went off, but just not beating Yellow Card today at all. No chance.
No, Sereno Sky ran great, dusted everybody else, but Yellow Card was the horse. I do have Yellow Card to start my late pick 3, so I didn't cut off my nose to spite my face, Andy. I had the horse anyway, but yeah, let's just read it again. Yellow Card is a must-use here, dropping in class, trouble trip in the last. I agree with that 100%. I think you're right. I think the jock made the difference. I think the jock absolutely made the difference. So there you go. Leo 7 ran big at 24-1 if you're a trifecta player or a superfecta player, sorry. Finished third. You hopefully you had the horse. Good job, DTL crew. That, like I said, that is why we do this show. We absolutely need to be wagering in real time. But we also, more importantly, need to be trash talking, because Kieran is usually the only one on here who likes to talk smack. So, Kieran, this is your nemesis now, Andy Big Tickets. How you like him now? How you like Yellow Card down, my man? Look at Pete walking into the 2. I love it, Andy. You got him all fired up. Look, his face is beet red. Don't throw your monitor.
That was only at Franklin.
Oh, my God. Pete, here, again, thanks for talking me into the 2. Didn't see him until the pool money total screamed it out if Sumter failed. Yeah, that's true. Let's go back and look at that. We looked at why we do the show and why these bets are so valuable. We study the pools, we study the market signals, and we listen to the DTL crew, because we know that we are not always right. More often, we are wrong. But if you listen and take all the information you had on the show, Kieran and I were talking about how the double, it was a 2-horse race in the double. Remember, Kieran? The 1 and the 2. That was it. And then the 1 was much more the favorite on the tote and then the pick 3. And we're both like, we don't understand that at all.
So, Frank, guess who's taken all the early money in this leg to start the double? The number 1 took all the early money.
In the double or on the win pool?
Yeah, 7,500 off the jump onto the number 1. I mean, it doesn't show up on the doubles or the pick 3s, but the early money came in on the 1.
You're talking about in the win pool, Kieran?
Correct, yes. And the doubles, like in the pick 3, right now, the 2 is paying $43, the 4 is paying $50, and the 1 is paying $104. In the double, the 2 is paying $14, the 4 is paying $21, and the 1 is paying $25. So like you said, Explorer is the real deal, but meaning the number 1 has gotten some interesting money.
All right. Yeah. Let's keep an eye on that once the tote develops a little bit. Again, yeah. Let me just roll through the rest of the comments because we also have another special guest coming up. Charlie, I hope you had the two in the. Yeah. Thank you, Charlie. You've been a great contributor to this show. You, Andy, and then Kieran's pool analysis put everybody on the 2 there. And Chris Podrat's had the 2. DTL Crew is fine. And then look at this, Randy Franklin. Welcome, Randy. Thank you so much for joining us. Gentlemen, used to work for the DRF, Daily Racing for a very, very long time. This is a smart man, been around the game, knows more than both of us. He's forgotten more about racing, Kieran, than, well, I know you won't agree to this, but I would say definitely than I know. He's forgotten more than I know. Right here, here's his analysis.
Try to keep.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, I've been reading a lot of stuff of his race. I've not watched a lot of his races back east, but when you do float around on the Twitterverse and horse players talking smack, I have heard a lot of negative about his rides of late. Pratt's.
Yes.
I don't know.
There was one day, I forget where it was. We were doing like the Derby recap, the Derby Trail recap or something, and you were like, Pratt is just not, he doesn't have it today. I forget where it was, like 2 weeks ago.
They go hot and cold. It's also the guys they ride for, what the stable's looking at and the conditions of the horses and when they're coming in peak and whatnot. And then, I mean, JJ was ice cold to start the meet. Now he's starting to heat up again. I mean, it just depends on a lot of things.
Here's the other thing, Kieran, like you said, like
he's been all over the country.
Tire mileage. Pratt's been all over the country. Like, dude, if you're going to spread yourself out there.
He went from Aqueduct to Oaklawn on Friday, then flew from Oaklawn to Tampa yesterday, and then is out here today.
Yeah, so I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know that side of the game, but Randy said Pratt didn't do Sumter any favors. Rail post hurt, I guess. Yeah, I think the rail and the distance, I'll go back and watch the replay and see if Pratt had the horse in a bad spot as well. But, Randy, it's so nice to have you on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Late double time, man. Start putting your tickets together. We want to know who you are playing in the next. All right, Kieran, let's put up some info here.
Let me find
we're both dead in the all turf, right?
Yeah. And I should have spent my $15 or $18, but I didn't. I let the 2 beat me. I had the ticket loaded to put in 2 with 2-4 with 8-1-4 for $18, but I decided not to pull the trigger. Maybe next week I will, because the last couple of times I've been correct not pulling the trigger on that.
Yeah, you might have saved your money. You might be wrong about, the middle, whatever it is. But
yeah, so I mean, I'm okay with it, but I might adjust that going forward. As you said, we always try to learn something new. All right, so
here's the thing, Kieran, though. Like, if you just put your bets in this morning and forgot about them, that wasn't even a consideration for you.
No,
you
not at all.
in the moment, and you made a decision. You had, you know what I mean? Like
I had the bet mode, and I said, no, I'm not going to do it. I did come back and do a win show.
You had based on information.
I mean, I did come back and do a win show on Leo's horse.
There you go.
Pretty nice. I mean, you bet $20, you made 44. So
double
your money on a play. So
yeah, between Chris and Leo and Charlie and everybody else you talked about and Andy, if you could have gone 2-7 with 2-7. And you have the trifecta. There you go. So what am I? I'm alive in the late pick 3 because I do have that Sabre ticket there. 1, 2, 6, 7. But I'm just single to the 2. Do you have your double play up there, Kieran? Let's start with that.
Yeah,
and let's get serious. Now we got to get serious.
Yeah, my double. Oh shit! Excuse me.
Bleep.
I did my major ticket, if you would call it that, was using the 2. As I said at the start of the show, I'm not betting the favorite in the last leg. I shop for prices. They may end up being a lot lower than what I think they are, but I essentially just went Lahaina favorite, 8 with Balladeer with Uncle Happy. I mean, I tossed Jimmy Genius, but I see why Jimmy Genius is a horse you like, Frank. And I also saw why you liked Hiding in Honduras. You know what I mean? It was one of those things. it wasn't crazy to me, if that makes sense. But I said to myself, I'm like, you know what? If I get beat by those horses, I get beat by those horses. I'm going to go with my feel I had when I initially went through here. I mean, I put an 8, a 12-to-1 horse on top just because it was the last race was, you know, Rispoli unfortunately is injured. You know, we get a new jockey change. And it was one of those rides where, I mean, now we get Kimura where he lost by a head coming from the clouds, you know, and I remember back in October when he kept doing that over and over and over again.
Yeah,
so I thought, you know, maybe the change here would be good. Your genius.
Here's the thing, Kieran. Yes, thank you for saying that you see why I like Genius Jimmy and Hiding in Honduras. But can I just share a screen for a second?
All right.
Because I agree with you 1,000% about this race. Because look, we're talking about the nightcap, the last race. Let me just show you real quick. I felt like I needed to take a stand because the alternative was this. Look at my B's and my C's. I've got every horse in the field.
Yeah, I mean, and that was, like you said, that was one of those things. I'm like, I'm okay if I get knocked out, but if I can connect, I'll get paid more than I should, if that makes sense. And I was like, I don't want to, I didn't have enough conviction where I could just hammer, you know, I didn't feel enough about the favorites. And I think the morning line for that last race was pretty good because it's as wide open as it could be. And the favorite might be 7-2 and the second choice might be 4-1 and one of them win it. You know what I mean? Or we could have a 10-1 horse win.
Yeah, here's the thing. Like, you're giving me credit for liking the 7 and the 10, but I needed to narrow down in that leg, so I ended up on the 7 and the 10. But look at my B's. I got the 1 and the 8 also. And then I never do this with C's. 4, 5, 2, 9, 6. I don't have any X's. Like, anybody could win that race. That's how hard the race is. But for the purposes of ticket construction, I have to narrow down. I can't use every horse in the race, you know?
I mean, I upgraded the Pratt horse because he hops on. Diego won last out. So it wasn't like Diego rode the horse incorrectly. He rode the horse great, and now Pratt's up. It might end up being Pratt's horse. I think Uncle Happy, the morning line, is junk. I actually thought Uncle Happy, I mean, the inside is no benefit. Henry Adams, the number 2, Balta's horse. Tiago's riding great. Closing kick. I had to toss it. I couldn't use it. The ticket was getting crazy. The 3, Paxawallop has a chance. I just liked Papa Dramo is riding, winning everything under the sun. And, one of my, I mean, it might be a stupid thing that's in my head, but I always love Kent DeSormo on long shots in the nightcap. No, especially when he loses by on the line, you know what I mean, in his prior race. So, I mean, that's why I ended up upgrading that. But
well, can I ask you a question, Kieran? I know you like Behind the Favorite, and I like Behind the Favorite. That horse owes me nothing. I've made a lot of money on that horse because he has always had very strong closing times in his turf races, and no one has ever given him any credit. So I like your pick there. And I have, let me see real quick. I have your horse as a B. But looking forward from this race to the next, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. All right. Who do you think is the favorite in the double combination in the nightcap? And who do you think should be favored in that race? Because you said the morning line is good, but it's like 4-1, 6-1, 9-2. Like, there's no heavy favorite there. So that's my question. Right now, who do you think is the favorite in the double in the next leg?
The favorite in the double, I think, is going to be 4-1.
Well, look at the 2 horse in this race to a horse in the next is the favorite combination. So the 2 here, who do you think that horse is in the next race is tied to the 2 as a favorite? In the next leg.
Probably the JJ horse, yours, Genius.
The 7?
Junior.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're right, $44.
And that's probably because, the people who do the morning line betting, that was the morning line, you know what I mean? And then they were like, well, the 4 in here is the Breeders' Cup horse. And, Right,
but it's not like the horse was 7-5. Like 4-1 is not that great. You know what I mean? So that was my first question that you got right. Check. Second question is, actually, I got follow-up too. Next question is, if you were making the morning line, who would the favorite be in that race? You don't have to tell me a price, but who would the favorite be?
The favorite in the nightcap?
If you had to pick the favorite for the morning line in the nightcap, who would it be?
Number one.
Because of Pratt.
The presence of Pratt, last out.
Good call.
You know what I mean? That's who I would have made the morning. And not just the Pratt angle, but I mean, sometimes when you look at some of these horses and you see a jockey like Pratt or one of the IRAD hops on a horse and it didn't win, you automatically upgrade it. When you see Powell put someone like Pratt on off a win with his main guy, that's another
Okay, and then my follow-up question to that is, so if you were making the morning line, how the public was going to bet the last race, you would have the one as the morning line favorite at what price?
4-1.
Yeah,
if I was stretching it, 7-2 in that race. I mean, I didn't like who they made, but I thought I thought we should have seen a lot of, maybe a 7-2, a couple of 4-1s, a 9-2 type of thing. I didn't think it was as 10-1, 10-1, like the morning line.
But I mean, as you just pointed out, Kieran, a very tough race to price up.
It's a thankless job. When they're right, oh yeah, of course you are going to have that like that, and when they're wrong, you suck.
No, but I'm asking you, and I'm trying to tell the audience, the reason I'm asking Kieran these questions for two reasons. One, Kieran's very good at his internal head pricing of the races, and he uses it to great advantage in his handicapping and when we talk about it on the show. But also, too, you have to get into the routine of having an idea in your mind about what the fair value of a horse you like is. Okay? Because you might like a horse on paper, and you might like a horse at 3-1. You don't like the horse as much at 8-5. You know what I mean? Like, you value handicapping is extremely important.
And the other thing to add into that, Frank, as well, is if you think if the horse is 8-1 and you think the horse should be 3-1, you also have to think, am I the only one seeing this? Like when you're doing your bets early in the sequence, or like you got to plan out, am I legitimately going to get 8-1 in the pick 3 or the pick 4, or is it going to be my 3-1? And then if it's the lower payout, you also got to have in your mind what you think you're going to get paid out on a sequence, and if you've got to hammer it a couple of times to make it worthwhile. It's another little wrinkle you can add in when you do it.
And that's why, not to toot our own horn, but that's why we think that this show is so important, because whoever you liked in the morning at whatever morning line, it's irrelevant. It is absolutely irrelevant. Everybody has a game plan until they get punched in the face, like Mike Tyson said.
So Frank,
real quick though, Leo said it was a $235 trifecta, the 2 on top with his 7 keyed in third, and then just one more time, real quick, Kieran, because we were talking about Pratt. Andy, when Pratt was the top jock in SoCal, he had his timing down cold, various turf distances. How could that ever be the case now with all the traveling and different? That's a great point. Kieran mentioned that at the top of the show, and we just talked about it after when someone said, when Randy Franklin said that Pratt did Sumter no favors. You're right. How can you time things perfectly when you're, timing this turf course and then that turf course and then this turf course?
And this turf course is playing really fast, but a heads up, we actually have some rain coming in. I don't know how much it's going to be on Tuesday, Frank. So that might change I'm actually liking the rain coming in, because usually when the rain comes
in. Do you like that?
I do.
Dolphinus comes from out of it.
Yeah, but the rain actually makes it a better setup than the pool top, as Phil refers to it at Santa Anita. So I don't mind having a little extra.
Give in the ground.
How much is going to come in, though,
Oh, we got to do
our. So I was about to say, Frank, the horse getting number 1 in here, the Pratt horse. The people betting the Pratt horse are betting the Pratt horse to win. They're not hedging their bets at all. It's $16K to win, $29 to place. Explora is the typical Baffert, $22 to win, $13 to place, because they're not believers. And the 4, surprisingly enough, is $16 to win, $8K for place. So If I was to take anything away, the one is getting a lot more money, and the one is getting confident money versus people hedging the other two. And sometimes the confidence money pays off.
I mean, Explorers at 6-5 was 3-5 on the line.
Actually, we haven't even. We've got 5 minutes double. So my
look.
double.
Let's go.
All right, my double. I'm looking at doing a $25 double, 2 into the 1. That's $102 for $5. The 4 is paying 91, and the 8 is paying 158. I'll have those all 5 times. I'm pretty happy with that. My 4 into the 1. I'm happy with the pays I could get if I'm correct. And then my kind of backup ticket, Frank, I used the 1, but just a $5 double. And I've got so this is going to be my lowest pays on my doubles. 1 into the 1 is 112. 1 into the 4 is 168. And 1 into the 8 is 285.
Pivot.
I'm thinking, do I need to press anything and get out of the weekend? That's what I'm doing in my head right now. But hey, we got to do our community ticket. What are you thinking?
I mean, I think the 2 is the winner.
All right.
But if you had to pick one between the 1 and the 4, who would you take?
The 4. But
really? Oh, I thought you were going to say 1. That's funny.
No, I'm saying the 4. The 1 is like the sneaky kind of money. But again, if I was to pick, like if we were doing our Kentucky Derby prep race, I would pick the 4. But my Kentucky Derby prep picks for all our videos have sucked. So maybe the 1 is the better play.
But you know what, though? They'll get better as it goes on because we told everyone we're getting out of our comfort zone. We don't usually follow that
so
stuff.
bad. I now know why I don't follow the trail because
it's meaningless.
So far, I would not gamble at all because the batch of horses for this year is what I think.
I think from now on we should just look at it as a gambling race and forget about the Derby.
Oh. Actually, yeah. I mean, we did kind of. So which
we
horse?
pivoted that way, but like even more now.
Which horse do you want to use in the last leg, Frank? Let's approach it that way and then work backwards.
Well, bringing up my matrix, my A's are the 7 and the 10, and my B's are the 1 and the 8. I really want to use your 8 Lahaina Flavor because that's also a pick of mine.
Well, that's the 8 is the horse I wanted to say we should use. And
yeah, no, I'm with you. I knew you were going to say that, and I agree with you 100%.
So let's look. So that if we just looked at the 2 that you obviously want to use in here into the 8, the 2 into the 8 is paying $161, Frank. We could just do to start off $10, and that's nice ammo.
Yeah, let's do a $10 double 1, 2, 4 with 8, and let's just leave it at that for now. Hold on. DTL Crew, $10 double 1, 2, 4 with 8, and that's $30, right?
Correct. All right.
Those are all really good.
No, the pays are like nice. It'll give us ammo.
Because the 8 can absolutely win if the 8 gets the right pace. And then we have to decide about the chalky. I'm the 7 and the 10, but they're a little chalky. I mean, 7, 10, and then you also have.
Which is why I tossed it because I thought it was going to be chalky, and I was like, I don't have enough confidence in that 7 or 10 to hammer them because I liked other ones more. And I was like, well, then if I don't have confidence to do a favor into them, I'm going to toss them and hope I get out of it. Is how I.
What about the 1?
The 1, I think the 1. I mean, I like I said, I thought the 1 was the big chance to be the favorite in that last.
Well, yeah, because that's my third choice. So let's do that. Let's do and they're paying good.
All right.
You see what they're paying?
1 to the 1 is paying 121.
Yeah. Let's just come back and do the same thing. $10 double. 1, 2, 4 with 1. $60 total.
All right.
It's not worth it to hammer those other combinations because
that's the problem. I mean, and that's, I know Leo asked earlier, like, why are they putting a 4-horse race, into this?
Yeah.
But I also get the point of people are rolling out to the Super Bowl. They want to put their big race, and get the eyes on it kind of thing.
You don't want to make it too complicated.
Yeah, they want this is their big race of the day. I mean, it makes sense
Well,
that
no,
way.
they should be showcasing a 12-horse field then, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't know the answer, but we do know that whenever there is a heavy favorite in the start of a late pick three, it compromises all the pools, the double and the pick three. We'll see what happens when there's a huge favorite in the middle of the late pick three to start the late double, because we've never seen this.
No.
Usually this race is really competitive. So anyway, I like the DTL Crew bet. Real quick, good luck, John. $20 double, 2 with the 4, 6, 10. Wow, we're gonna have to go back and look at those. And
Four.
how about Dan Gonzalez? It's 2 or 4, or I'm out the door.
We did not use my 5, but I've got my 5 on my ticket, Frank. I mean, 1, 2, 4 into the 5, which is Balladeer, right? Oh no, Balladeer is the 4.
No.
1 into the 4 is 1. Yeah.
What is it?
The 1 into the 4 at least
it's fine.
is 159, but the 2 into the 4 is 94. The 4 into the 4 is 89. We're going to end up spending $100 to win.
Well,
when we
who
got
do
to
you like better? Who do you like better, the 1 or the 4?
Based on my notes, I said do not discount this paycheck horse Balladeer with Kent in the last race.
Do not discount. But what did you say about the 1?
Pratt for Powell, no way 6-1. I wrote more about the 4.
Well, let me look at the order you have them in. You have 8, 1, 4 in your pick 3.
Yeah.
So that tells me you like the 1 better.
I do, but it's also my heartstrings going. Kent has made me so much money in the last race over the years in Southern California.
Well, do you want to cancel the bet with? I think we have to use the 1 because the 1 is your second choice.
Yes. Yeah.
And the 1 is my third choice.
Yeah. And I mean, if we start doing another bet with 1, 2, 4, with even if we did another $10, we'd be looking at.
And you already have the 4.
And I already have it in mind. So what I mean, so I'm good.
And we're playing the DTL bet to win. I get it, but if your second choice is also my third choice, that's the horse we have to use. I don't have the 4 is a C.
Absolutely agree.
Okay, cool. All right, they're in the gate. Good luck, everybody. Let's get her done.
Pratt heard us. He's like, "Oh, really? I'm riding poorly. Let me beat your."
No, Pratt should take his paycheck and give it to whoever's riding Super Corridora.
That was, I don't know what. I mean, when we talked earlier on the show,
Barrios going to do that? Like, he's outside. He could just sit
I know.
chilly. He
Like-
wanted to bury Baffert.
the reason, I mean, remember what I said earlier in the show? I was like, the reason I gave a chance to the one was
Yes.
we knew JJ was going to go to the front because that's how Super had beaten last time, and Pratt could just sit and pounce, and the two of them smoked each other, and that's exactly how the race came out. Like,
And
wow.
Kieran, which is exactly why we're live in the crew.
Yes, we are.
Remember, we were just going to do 2-4. I asked you, it's so funny because when I asked you, who do you like more between the 1 and the 4? I would have bet my life the 1. And when you said the 4, I was like, really? Because you were just, the whole show, you're making a case about how the 1's going to win.
But the 4 was the one that should have won, and this is another, like I said earlier, Derby prep out the window. Like the 4 now that was a horrible ride. Pratt, and then the early move Pratt did to pressure both of them. That was a great, that was Pratt that we know.
I told you, Explorer is the real deal. The only reason she lost that race was because of the 4. Explorer is way better than the 4. The 4 took the start. I'm not knocking the favorite. The favorite is super nice. And that's the kind of run style that'll win the Oaks. So Coming out of this race, I mean, you got to love the 1 going into the Oaks.
Oh.
And I was so mad when the 4 won on Breeders' Cup Day because I know the 4 was not as good as Explorer. I know she's not.
No, we had some big money bets on that, but and then we saw today there was no way JJ was going to let that same thing happen and not be at the front. But
here's the thing, Kieran. I was so surprised that you said the 4 instead of the 1 after you made such an amazing case of the 1, which is why I told you when we were looking at the probables with the 1, we have to use the 1. Because I think you would have felt really, really frustrated if we didn't have the DTL crew bet going using just the 2 and the 4.
I mean,
if you had asked me between the 1 and the 4, I would say let's toss the 4 and use the 1, just based on your argument. And it happened exactly how you saw it in your head.
Well, what I was trying to do is because we sometimes on the bets we do, we try to go for the stuff we don't have. So I was trying to think on paper, this should have been 2-4, you know what I mean? Like a 2-horse race. But that's what I was kind of leaning towards.
I'm surprised you're saying that because what is your case for the 4? You made the greatest case in the world for the 1.
True.
What is your case for the 4? I'm giving you credit. You should say thank you, Frank.
I thought, the 4 now.
No, seriously, why did you like the 4 more in this race?
I just felt it would get the jump on Explorer again, and I thought the outside post Barrios would use it to his advantage. And
did you think the 4 was going to clear, or
I thought the 4 was going to clear. I knew JJ was going to press with the front, but I thought Barrios would have kind of not gone with him, or maybe sat 1 back. You know what I mean? Not gotten into the speed duel he did, and then.
See, I thought the way you talked about the race. But
it did set up
because if the 2 is outside, the 2 wins that. If the 2 is
absolutely 100%.
There's no reason why the 4 needed to do what the 4 did in this race.
4 horses.
Explorer had to go because Explorer is drawn inside. Like she had to go. So all the 4 has to do is just sit right off that horse.
Right.
And instead they kill each other off. And it's which is exactly how you
and then
how you drew it up, man.
Anyone else on the 1 would not have won that race, but I think Pratt sitting there saw what Barrios had done, and he's like, "I'm going to move now. That horse is going to fold like a cheap."
Yes, yeah, exactly.
He saw what was going on, and
that is a great point.
I
think another jockey might have waited a little too long,
and then they would have.
Explorer would have won the race.
Pratt won that race, seeing he moved early, and I was like, oh, he sees something, and he had a horse, and he saw that the 4 was just going to.
Yeah, he's like, the 4 is going to fold, and I can't let Explorer get too much separation, so I got to move now because I know I'm going to go get by the 4. I'm worried about the 2 horse. I got to stay. Yeah, no, that's exactly it.
All right, so Will pays, Frank.
Hold on. Let me get my old fashioned notebook and. So hold on. What are we alive to first?
We're live to 8 and
So the crew is alive to the 8 and the 1. Are you alive to anything? Your doubles?
I'm alive to the 8-1-4.
Okay, so you're alive to 1, 4, 8. Hold on. I think our pick threes are dead. Let's just check.
Yes, mine was out on the first leg.
Let me see. Yeah.
And if I'd done my pivot bet for $18, Frank, I reluctantly didn't use the 1, so that would have been down anyway. Then I would have lost that $18. So.
That's right. See, you're like 10 for 10 with not pivoting.
Money saved is money to bet the next time.
Okay, so we're both out, and I want to put up your double here. Let me just look at here.
It's a weak one. I've just got $5.
But hold on. All right, so. Okay, so let's look at the will pays. Let's start with the 1. What's the 1 paying?
$5 double to the 1 is $123.50.
And we have that times 2 for the DTL crew.
Correct.
And you have it how many times?
Just once.
That's all right. And then what's the 8? Oh, it's the 4?
4 is paying $187. We got it twice.
Not we, you. What do you have it twice?
Oh, I just have it once. No, I just got everything once to the 148.
Okay, so DTL's crew does not have the 4. We remember we tossed the 4.
Oh no, we've got 8 and 1. Sorry, that's right. Yes.
And now we both have. Okay, the DTL crew has the 8. What's that?
The 8 is paying $305 twice.
And we have that twice for the DTL crew, and you have that once, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get this 8 home. Why not?
I mean, the what's interesting is the early money that came in here, Frank. I mean, pounded the 7, 5-2 now. The fact that Pratt won that last race, I think we'll see the 7 come down. But I mean, I'll take getting it because we're going to get paid for it.
I didn't understand a word you just said.
I'm saying
we have the 1 and the 8.
Correct. I'm saying all the early money came in on the 7, but and it's showing 5-2. The 1 is 7-1 right now, but I think the fact that Pratt won that last race, we'll see money come in on the 1 as we take towards the race starting.
Well, now that we have our will pays written down, let's look at the rest.
Let's look
of
at the pick 3. We should look at what the smart
let's
money.
Look at the rest of the doubles too. So is the 7 the favorite in the double?
In the double, the 7 is the favorite at $89.
And then it looks like the 10 is second.
10 is second at 95. The 1 is 123, and then it starts going up.
Okay, well that's good. Now once took money there, and now let's look at the pick threes.
7 is 212.
Yeah.
10 is 310. 4 is 414.
4. That's your horse. Oh, yes. Sneaky pick 3 money, Karen.
Yes, and then the 1 is 439.
Wow, the 4 is third choice in the late pick 3, but 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth choice in the double.
Pick
took
5.
Pick 3 money, dude. Your 4 took pick 3 money.
Pick 4, Frank. 7, 178. 10, 260. The 4, 432. Then the 1 at 467. Pick 5. I mean, we don't usually look at that, but the pick 5, the 7 is dominant at 757, and it starts going exponentially higher for everyone else. But aside from the 10, the morning line price on the pick 5 as well, Frank.
Yeah.
The 4 is the clear third choice at 1,800.
That's the sneaky money.
Yes, and looking at the
that is the sneaky money. They don't put it in the double because you could look at the probables and see that the horse is getting bet. They bury it in the pick 3 and the pick 5.
I think we have carryovers in the pick 6 because we got a lot of horses paying the same amount.
I can check real quick. Hold on.
Guess what the lowest pays on the pick 6 are? The 4 and the 10 at 12,008.
No carries.
So
that I can see. Oh wait, hold on.
Well, the pick 6 right now, 4 is paying 12,800. 10 is paying 12,800. And then it goes up to the 1, 7, and 11 are paying 19,243, and the 2, 8, and 6 are paying 38,486.
Yeah, no carries in the pick 6 pool.
So across all pools, Frank, the 4 is the sneaky money in everything.
I agree. Third choice in the pick 3 and the pick 5. And that's where the sneaky money shows up. Because you can't see who's betting what in the pick 3. You can see it in the double. So you can't hide your money in the double.
So Frank, wait till you hear this. So the all turf, I'm actually kind of shocked at the pace, but the all turf 7, 241.
Wow.
10, 374. 4 at 596. Then the 1 at 7. So the 4 took money across the board on multiple different, parlay bets. So it might be one of those instances, Frank. If this horse stays at 5-1 or above, screw doing exactas and tries. This is a win bet horse.
This is a win bet, absolutely. And you know what? It's a trainer who, when the money shows up, the horse fires, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the money's showing up in the hidden pools. That horse is hell alive. But what is the path to victory for Balladeer? Don't get me wrong. I think Balladeer is an awesome horse, but it's not going to wire the field, right?
No, it's weird how this. I think if Kent can save a little bit of that early speed versus trying to be in a all-out wire job, and just can find a spot and be close to the rail, hug it all the way around, and then blast, has a big chance. I mean, it's all going to be on the jockey ride and what he sees.
Well, I mean, Kent's one of the best to do it, right? He doesn't often get caught up in speed duels. If there's anybody who can suck a horse back and get the horse to relax.
And what may end up happening is, Balladeer kind of hugs the rail, and Pratt will probably sit behind Kent and move at the same time, is how I would see it playing out.
Say that again.
I think the 1, Pratt on the number 1 is going to probably sit behind Balladeer if they get on the inside, and then when Balladeer moves, Pratt's going to move with him. Hope a spot opens and then kind of come out. So I think it's going to come down to the 4 and 1. If I was to do an exotic bet, I might maybe I'll go get another beer and I'll start doing exactas.
I know Balladeer is super classy.
Paycheck horse. But
I just think there's a lot of speed, and even if he does settle, I think someone's going to come from off the pace and run them all down. You know what I mean?
The one thing that made me upgrade it, aside from the fact that, Kent almost lost last out, was, the juice was a nice difference there. So I think the juice helps this horse a lot. Like when it was off and then on and then off, you know what I mean? So, and look, we've seen a lot of these.
If I were Papa Padromo, I'd scratch and run against a bunch of tomato cans on Saturday in your race.
Yeah, I'm okay seeing him in this race.
He's like, what? All I got to do is beat Gold Phoenix? Easy peasy.
He's watching the Little Red Feather workout videos on Instagram. I got to tell you, we've seen it actually happen a lot this season. These older horses are running very, very well. We've seen lots of 6 and 7-year-old horses do pretty well. I mean, you usually discount them. I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, someone who's got their bingo card, if Kieran says Gold Phoenix on the show, oh, there we go. We got to mention. The horse is never training better than he did when he was 5.
Kieran, they're race horses.
Yeah.
I mean, their peak form is when they're 5 years old. It's ridiculous. And I'm going to give Santa Anita a lot of credit because all of the vet and safety restrictions they put in many years ago, and the fact that they started writing races for horses who were only 4 or 5 or maiden races, 4 or 5.
A lot.
You're seeing these horses stay in training a lot longer, they're doing great. They're race horses. This is look at Balladeer, happy, healthy horse, 34 starts, it's earned more than $500,000. I mean, come on.
I mean, when you look at back in the day, racehorses used to race every 2 or 3 days. I mean, you see some of the stats for some of the horses in the Hall of Fame, and they're like 150 races. We got horses now that race 5 times and they get retired for $1 billion in stud fees, you know?
But you're absolutely right. I mean, to see like these older classy horses still excelling, that's a reflection on all of the safety protocols and vet oversight that Santa Anita implemented many, many years ago. But that's also the trainers buying into it too, right? Believing in it.
And the owners.
And owners too, right, yes.
Pacing it out, you know, picking their spots, you know. Like even for us, we had a chance to go to a race in the big race in Hong Kong. And they're like, well, long campaign last year. Let's send him to, I mean, he only went to the bench for a month and then he was back in. This is the earliest Gold Phoenix has ever come out. Yeah. And it was one of those things, let's give him a race. Let's send him to the farm, go be happy, and then back he comes because they've got these races for him to race in.
Hey, this expression exists for a reason for a very long time. If you're good to the horse will be good to you. But look at this, the DTL Crew member right here, Paul Victory. He's alive. 3,000, 2,900, 6,700, 1,000, and 1,500. Does he have our 8? He does. Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
8 wins, we all win. Paul, awesome handicapping.
He's got all our horses. He's got your 10 and my 1, 4, 8.
But is that the pick 5? Like what pool are you alive in? Let us know, because I want to know if you played the late pick 3 100 times. Like, let us know how you played it. Tippy, thank you for joining us. We were just talking about you the other night. Terry and I were thinking about maybe taking a trip up to the rib joint and seeing if you and your wife are available to break bread. But we'll take that offline. But anyway, tried to get a double in. Pratt ran out of time. Well, sorry. That's usually a Kieran move, but Kieran's been very good on the show about that, actually. I don't think you've ever got shut out.
No, we make sure to pull it up there because we early on we would be blabbing away and then someone would go, they're already at the 16th hole.
I know.
Well, it's because we don't show the races.
But you have
live.
2 screens now, right? You have a big screen and a little screen. I need to get a whole monitor set up. Hey, good luck, Charlie. He's alive in the all-turf and the pick 4 and the pick 5. 147. He does not have our 8, but he does have your 4, and he does have our 1. So good results for everybody. Tippy can't complain because I took down the late pick 5. Oh, nice. Good for you. Yeah. If anyone likes to play the coast to coast, reach out to Tippy because the dude is the king of the coast to coast. I know he's hit for big stacks multiple times. Okay, Paul's alive in the pick 3. So you must have played it several times, right? Because we went. Oh no, we didn't look at the pick 3 pays, did we?
Yeah, we did. They were pretty decent. The pick 3 right now, 439. He must have had it 10 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 439. Yeah, 10 times on all those pays, Frank.
All right, Lawrence Naylor, thank you for joining us. The DeSormo ping pong theory. Is that what you were saying, Kieran? I don't know what that means, the ping pong theory.
Ping pong theory? I've not heard that one.
Like he almost won, but now he's back?
Yeah, I actually do love that angle when he almost won on a horse. Especially
is that what you're talking about with the ping pong?
Yeah, I mean, especially, I got into an argument one time with someone, and they blast us when I said, I always bet Kent DeSormo in the last race or Mike Smith when they hang around the last race. And the guys are like, that is the stupidest thing I ever heard because they draw the races. They don't know what order they're going to be in.
Right. They don't know that they're going to be in the nightcap.
Then my argument is they stay around for the nightcap is what I'm telling you.
Yeah, they could I got food poisoning. I got to go home.
And, they still make fun of me, and it might be the stupidest thing. Like, I always win with Gold Phoenix when I wear green socks. You know what I mean? If it works, it works.
All right, let's play a real quick fun game. The two big tracks today, Santa Anita, obviously. and then Oaklawn Park. They both have the $3 late pick 3 and the $5 late double. Let's compare pool sizes. Because we used to do a show for Oaklawn Park, and we absolutely crushed it. So let's see how the DTL crew is doing. All right, let me get Santa Anita. All right, I'm going to give you two numbers. You pick who you think is which track.
Okay.
$5 late double, 85,000 or 173,000.
73 is sunny California, is what I'm saying.
Even if it wasn't sunny, I don't know. I think it's the Double Trouble live crew shows up. Oh my God, double the pool size, Kieran.
Yep. Oh, not surprised.
I don't think there was an Oaklawn show that we did that was under 100.
No, I think one was like 97,000, and yesterday they had their big contest, and they still couldn't crack the number. That's the whole reason you run those big money tournaments, is so people will churn the pool, and it still didn't help. So,
all right. Well, this one's. I know this one's gonna be a tricky one. Okay, the first number in the late pick 3, 123,000, or 213.
Based on this pick 3, I'm gonna have to say the higher one is Santa Anita again.
Yeah. Well, lucky guess, but you're right. Yeah, lucky guess. DTL crew, thank you so much. I love to see these numbers for Santa Anita.
Oh yeah,
because they were the OGs.
They started all these low takeouts. And other tracks are putting guardrails in, and then when the guardrails don't work and someone loses money on their biggest race day, they remove the guardrails for a week so they can get their money back. Who do you think they're getting their money back from, guys? Yeah, that was kind of jaw-dropping.
Thank you so much, Santa Anita, for providing these retail player-friendly pools. Thank you, DTL crew, for showing up week in and week out and having fun and gambling with us. But more importantly, putting your money where it actually matters, because the more success these pools have, the more options we're going to have.
So, Frank,
yeah.
I've got my DGen bet, my Super Bowl bet right here. I got to pay for the weekend because I kind of messed up today. So I was just going to do an exacta box 8-1, but I'm going to throw my 4 in. So I'm going to spend $60, $10 exacta box, 1, 4, 8. And I'm looking at 1, 4. I think the lowest pay across the board would be $500 when this hits. It's just a matter of which one comes first and second of my 3.
So the 1-4 exacta, which would probably be the lowest pay for you, is $55 for $1.
Yep. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, man. Pretty good. All right, Paul Victory's got it multiple times. My man.
How you doing?
Victory. Yeah, here's the ping pong. Back to Lawrence. Sit in the jockey room all day. Only man of the day. At the very least, the jock's going to be trying, right? Brooklyn John's going to play a trifecta. He thinks the 6. Do we talk about the 6?
No. Rastaman vibe. The Ricky.
0 for 15 at Santa, but he's using in the try. 7 times in third. So that's a very good trifecta.
And the other interesting thing is recently gelded, and I usually upgrade horses when you get that, change. And this is a marathon horse cutting back quite a bit.
Yeah, it wasn't one of the ones I came up with. I think the horse probably likes to run a little bit longer, but you know what? To Kieran's point, there's an equipment change. Mark Ladd is very, very good off this kind of layoff. And the horse does have those 7 third place finishes. So, all right, good luck, John, there. 146 exacta and try box. Charlie, one time. Yeah, good luck, man. Yes, we root for everybody here, except for Kieran. He only roots for himself. But that's okay. Anything funny on the tote here, win money-wise? Nope. Favorites 2-1, Genius Jimmy. Honduras 7-2.
I was just logging into ExpressBet to see if I could see what the will pays were on, or the pool total for the all turf. I was curious over last year. We actually weren't going to do a show this year. We were like, everyone's going to be busy drinking and not gambling. But then the bosses of us said, it's crazy. So then we're like, all right, let's just look at the numbers from last year. And we went, okay. Oh, people actually do bet.
We asked Shannon and Terry, and they were both like,
are you
of course
crazy?
you're doing a show. What are you, stupid? We're like, I guess we're 80,000.
80,000?
80,000.
I'm surprised. That's a little.
Could do better, DTL Crew. Come on.
Yeah. I think last year it was 90.
Yeah.
But the other pools blew them away. Like last year, the pick 3 was 190. Last year, the double was 157.
All right, so Karen, we have 2 goals. We got to get our YouTube up to 500 subscribers, and we have to get the all turf up to over 100,000 soon.
Yes.
But I think your point is being proven correctly that people are seeing the like 270.
Yeah, that's why they're still
going, well, I'll save my money for the late pick 3.
Correct.
We need like 14,000. We need one
of
that
those
blows it out of the water.
A couple of those will jump it up big time.
Or better yet, tie them, handcuff it to the turf pick 5, middle pick 5, the middle double trouble live pick 5. How about that?
All right, Balladeer, are you going to do the win bet, Frank? I did my
What's
exacta. I might just do a win bet too. It's higher than what we thought it was going to be.
I'm not. I don't like Balladeer. I'll root for you, but I don't like Balladeer here.
Oh, we're off, Frank.
All right, good luck, everybody.
Yeah.
I was hiding in Honduras. I'm a desperate man.
Morning
St. Louis
line.
Guns and Money, man. Lauren Zevon. Kieran.
Morning line. First and second choices. First and second.
Here's the thing, Kieran. I love hiding in Honduras. I bet that horse last time and did okay. Love Jonathan Thomas, one of the best trainers from the East Coast who sends horses out here. I don't know if you remember this, Kieran, but it was me, you, and our good friend Mark Hackworth, and we were playing the Del Mar Fall Contest. And we had one bet that we wanted to absolutely
that's right.
crush.
Yes.
We
That
wanted
was
to bet Matticat Road
Yes.
into the Hiding in Honduras double. That was our whole day.
Correct.
We wake up that morning, Matticat Road scratches, and we go, okay, well, no problem. We'll pivot. We're all in on everything to Hiding in Honduras. They get to the gate. What happens? He dumps the jock, takes off. And he was like 10-1 that day. He was a great price. So what happens? He comes back. We can't make any money on him. The whole tournament's screwed because it was the last race of the day. And we were waiting for it.
We got refunded.
Yeah, but we also had to we had canceled all our tickets and had to rebet.
We had multiple different trifectas and everything keyed around them. We had doubles going into them. We got consolation money. It was horrible.
No, but the only way that was on one ticket. On the other ticket, the only way that we could actually win was to rebet. And we were forced to bet horses we didn't like. So what has he done since, Kieran? Comes back. Oh, he only wins the Mathis Brothers Mile at 9-1. Thank you. Stakes race, grade 2. And then he wins this.
Yeah.
We might have been off the grid and living in Hawaii if he didn't dump the jock that day.
I will say I'm a little disappointed that Kent went to the freaking lead like that again versus chilling back, but I guess
that's the way the horse runs, man. I don't know.
The Pratt horse was a little shocking to me. 8 miles back and did nothing.
My A's 7-10, finished 1-2. Can't capitalize. I didn't have Explorer. And then when we did the community double, no bueno. Maybe we should, Kieran, let's throw this out there. Before we go on the show, you know how sometimes we come on a little early and we're just catching up or whatever. Let's map out a community double beforehand, just to kind of have an idea.
No, we could always
email. We don't have enough time to talk about the horses that we like and the right combinations. So if we have it prepared, then we can pivot live.
I know what we can do. I'll set up a shared Google Docs that you can work on when it's 2 a.m. and I can work on as well, and we can add our notes to it and then go from there. We'll have something prepped.
Let's start doing that.
I don't mind the idea.
Because I almost kind of feel like we could – I mean, we looked at it and it wasn't paying enough for us to do it.
And
so I'm not going to say we would have done it, but it'd be nice to at least know that it was a possibility.
And I think a new change we should make for Friday's show, Frank, is we've been doing the community ticket as a double. Let's do an all-turf community ticket.
We could do that too.
So I like it. We want to juice the all-turf, so let's I
like it. All right, see. All right, let's look at Paul Victory right here. Look at our man. 1,500. Anybody else out there has a nice ticket? What did John Allwell have in his trifecta? I know he used Rossaman Vibe in third, but did that horse come in? Let me see. Let me keep rolling here. Oh, look at this. Nice for Tippy to say good luck, Paul. Got it done. Rib joint. All right. I'm gonna have Terry reach out and we'll set something up. It's so nice to see Paul Victory hit that. Very, very happy. So John had the 1-4-6. What was the final order of finish, Kieran?
10-7-4.
10-7-4. Okay.
Trifecta paid $112. Exact only paid $16.
So race 9 was 10-7-4?
Correct.
You sure? 100%?
That's official. I'm looking at the results right here.
Because our friends in South America want to know 10-7-4 what?
10-7-4-3-6.
3-6. How do you say like and subscribe in Spanish?
Cerveza.
Like and subscribe. You know what? I'm going to do a Spanish.
I did have a Spanish song made. I deleted them today because I wasn't sure if it actually wrote the song the way I said to write it, and I didn't want to offend anyone.
Yeah. Curse words in Spanish after that, right? That's very funny, Kieran.
Well, our picks today, Frank, this was our picks today. Horrible. Horror movie picks.
I don't know. I might have to start handicapping a track that I'm not that in, go back to.
No.
I've been cold, dude. I am ice cold.
This is what we're going to do for the next show, Frank, on our spreadsheet. First number we're going to bet.
Here's Andy Big Tickets, MVP of the show here. He gave out the all-turf pick 3 at the start of the show. See you back on Friday. Maybe Kieran should go back to starting his handicapping process on the last race and working backwards.
Yes, I have actually changed it to starting at the all-turf in the first race, actually. So that's a good point.
So have I.
Yes, I focused on the all-turf in the first race. But yes, that's a good suggestion. Go back, because that's what we were doing.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Down at the beach, we started with the last race, and then we went.
It was the last two, so we started. Oh, Andy, MVP of the show. Congratulations for hitting. Thank you so much for you, Chris Podratz, and a couple other people. Kieran's pool analysis, putting everybody on the 2 in the stakes race in the middle leg of the late pick 3. And thank you for sharing your plays and your tickets throughout. This is what it's all about. Sharing information and betting together as a community. Thank you so much, Andy. Really appreciate that.
Let's do our parlay payout so we can prove to everyone that it, yet again, is worthwhile betting these low takeouts. Are you ready? What do you type in so I can do it and see if Grok comes up with the same numbers, Frank? What exactly do
you know what? I actually had to teach Grok how to do it.
What does
I did it with them because I paid for a subscription and they were completely wrong. And I was like, Grok? And they're like, oh, you're right. My mistake was not halving it and going. It was really funny. So we'll see if it comes up with the same. So all I do, I go to ChatGPT, calculate. What do you want to do first?
We'll do the pick 3.
Calculate a $3 win parlay with horses that paid. You have the prices?
$840.
$840. Yep.
With $780. With.
I just do $840, $780.
Oh, okay.
Don't do with. Just do it. $840, $780, and how much?
$920.
So let me read it again. Calculate a $3 win parlay with horses that paid $840, $780, and $920.
Mm-hmm.
Yet another contribution to the world of horse racing that we're not going to get paid for. Teaching Grok how to do parlays.
My Grok says 226.04. What did yours say?
Courtesy of me, yes. 226.04.
All right, and the actual pay was $310. So you got $90 more, essentially what, 45%, give or take a percent, doing the low takeout.
You know, if you have that 50 times, 45% more on your overall.
If you had convinced, I mean, we've even talked about when people look at some of these sequences and go, 4 and 5 horse fields, I'm not going to bet that track. Well, why are you not going to bet it? Well, it's going to be a favorite on favorite. Well, then hammer the double if you're so convinced, because it's going to pay more because it's $5 and it's low takeout. You're getting extra action because of it. All right, you ready for the double?
If you don't want to bet it because it's a 23% takeout, I understand. You can never win. But it's a 15% takeout. You can win.
Yes.
All right.
So on the show, when we're convicted and I do one of my $50 doubles, like even the one I won on Friday, paid $330 for the 50. It wasn't too shabby. It paid for the day, you know?
See, this is the problem, Kieran. We're like brainwashed and conditioned to think. I always expect getting the worst of it. Like, that's actually really good. And you're like, it was only this. No, that's great.
I just did the parlay for the double, Frank.
Wait, hold on. Let me do mine. Calculate a $5 win parlay with horses that paid, what are the numbers?
780 and 920.
780 and 9. What do you got?
89.70.
Yep.
And it paid $95.50, so you got $6 more than you should have, which is the difference on the low takeout. So you got another $6 on your $5 bet because of the low takeout. But yeah,
Over $100, that's 600 extra bucks.
but yeah, let's complain about the robots and whatnot. I think there could be an elimination of the big betting teams, Frank, and every bet could be a 10% takeout, and the same people would still find something to complain about. Well, you only got 11 horses in this race. Why don't you have 13? You know what I mean? There's always going to be.
Yeah. Why is it $1 instead of 10 cents?
Yes. I mean, that's why we ended up. The jackpot bets are what drove that whole thing, because people were like, give us those silly jackpot bets that ended up feeding the monsters that people are complaining about now. All right, you ready for that?
I feel really emboldened because of what Santa Anita started and then what Del Mar emulated, and they helped us get our show up. And I'm happy about, having outlets to wager on these horses and these bets. The industry is completely focused on the wrong things. Completely focused on the wrong things. You have some of the best bets in racing that other ADWs are not even concerned about, not even interested. They'd rather take your stupid entry fee in a tournament with 20 players than supporting something like this. But that's a conversation for another day. Let's do the pick three, turf. $3 win parlay with horses. Who won the first leg was Genius, Jimmy Blue Jeans.
Yeah, 820.
Pretty good, actually.
Yeah, but you're going to be shocked at the result. 820.
Yeah.
With 840.
840. Yep.
With 920.
Let's see. What do you got?
396.
No. Grok.
Grok says 396.
Grok's wrong. Do it again.
Oh, really?
Do I have the wrong numbers? 820, 840, and 920?
Yeah. $5. Oh, wait, it's $3, right?
Yeah, $3.
That would explain it. I just copy and paste. Okay, because I was about to go, yikes, we've not seen that in a while. Okay. Yeah, because it ended up paying $237, right, is what you came up with, Frank?
Yeah, what did it pay?
$374. 60% more.
Massive.
And that was with, if you actually look at who won all three legs, you were looking at Jimmy Blue Jeans, which a lot of us thought was, going to be the favorite, and and it ended up going off because it was the first leg and it was the favorite. Then we went to race 7, yellow card, but all the double and pick 3 money knew that horse. It was either going to be Sumter or 3. And then the last leg, you had the morning line second choice win. So, and it still paid 60% more. We just need some chaos. We need some chaos, Frank, so that we can start advertising. Because when we remember when we hit those big pick 3s down at Del Mar, then all of a sudden people started betting that late pick 3 because they were like, "Oh, look at these pays." We've not had that run of a couple of gigantic pays yet, but I think it's coming.
Yeah, but part of the reason is like the Santa Anita horse playing community is the smartest in America. This is the toughest playing field. Look what happened when we went to Oaklawn Park. We cleaned up. We absolutely cleaned up. We were basically stealing money from them because it was so easy. We love playing Santa Anita because it's a challenge and they offer these amazing bets. Randy Franklin, thank you so much for joining us again. Legend in the game, DRF, Daily Racing Form. Just keep matriculating the ball down the field, boys. I appreciate that support. Yeah, we're not going away anytime soon. We believe in this. As long as they provide us with these wagers, we're not going to stop. Do you want to look at last year's pool sizes just to?
I looked earlier. The all turf was down 10,000.
Right, we saw that 90.
But the pick 3 and double were up because we looked at it earlier. Like you said, the pick 3 was 220 or something like that. I can look again.
No, that's all right. As long as they're up, they're good.
No, double, you said it was 175. I think it was 150 last year, 50 something. So they were up. I'm pulling it up right now because because we always like to throw those numbers out. Last year was Sunday, February 9th, and we had an equivalent of 9 races that day, and they had really good handle, which is why when the bosses told us to look at the handle, we were like, all right, I guess we're doing the show. Double last year.
Everyone's getting drunk, and they want to gamble. Like, give them something to gamble on.
157,000 last year, Frank, for the double.
Yep.
And 190 for the pick 3.
Wow. And what do we get this year? Let me look. I can follow. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, what was the double again?
157.
173.
All right.
Pick 3.
190.
213. What was the pick 4?
Pick 4, 343.
No growth. Down. 276.
Yeah.
Just call us. We'll help you out. Pick 5.
459.
356.
But that is also the sequence of races today as well, Frank.
I understand, but I really think that we're seeing a sea change, Kieran. That money that is showing up in the double and the pick 3 pool is being reallocated because people are starting to get smart and shift.
I've reallocated my money from playing contests and other bets to only the low takeouts, and my handle is probably up 300 or 400%, Frank.
Like we talked about earlier, Kieran.
And I know we are not the only ones. So
it's one step back, right? Because in the short term.
Yeah, but you're going to grow the game.
Correct.
Look what we do on these bets. We get knocked out and we bet the exactas and the tries and the wins because we're engaged.
We don't get exactly try. We come back and play the low takeout late double, which is why your idea is genius. You need to tie the all turf to a double. But anyway, my point is you have to take one step back to take 2 steps forward if you want to grow in the industry or any industry. What really, it'd be different if you saw the money not show up in the pick 4 and pick 5, but you're seeing growth in the double and the pick 3. That tells you that there is an opportunity to keep doing more of these bets. All right, they're about to do the Super Bowl. This was a birthday present. Calumet makes bourbon. Bull Lee. How about that?
Very nice.
And then a nice. So Terry's son Blake is married to the most amazing woman in the world, Allie. She did this. This is art. This is not a card. Look at that handwriting.
I mean, Frank was born on Groundhog Day. This was the video I threw up.
Let's race this groundhog. Go, little guy, go. Faster, groundhog. You're catching up. Woohoo!
You know what, Kieran? Next year at this time, Santa Anita is going to run during the Super Bowl and offer nothing but low takeout wagers, and we're going to just crush everybody. What's a Super Bowl?
They should do an ad and spend some money. I mean, at least do some on some of the East Coast publications, but spend some money. I mean, DraftKings and all these guys are going to have ads up the wazoo. They should have a bet. We don't cap you. Bet as much as you want and be the smartest guy in the place. Come bet the horses. I mean, we don't see any advertising like that. People are betting on predict. There's going to be more money today before they shut that down as well. I think I read somewhere earlier they've already bet $250 million on the prediction markets on the Super Bowl. How the casinos and sports books and tribes are letting this happen. I mean, more people are betting on prediction markets now. I mean, we probably see that soon where we're doing horse betting on prediction markets till they shut it down. But it's people are getting capped. They're like, why should I bet when you won't let me bet more than $50 because I win? You only let me bet more when I'm losing. Not in horse racing. Bet as much as you want.
Things are changing. The suits are starting to realize that we have to do more gambling and less handicapping. More gambling.
Yeah. We pivoted to the information we had. You have to have a roadmap and then take the information that's live.
And anyone who, a publicly traded company who bet the farm on growing the tournament space, good luck with that. We want to bet our monies in real time in the real pool. We don't want to pay entry fees. We don't want to get double dipped on takeout. Anyway.
So which song am I leaving with, Frank? The new one I came up with? Which one?
Take
The
us
Super
out,
Bowl
yeah.
one or the other one? Which one do you
Good
want?
luck. Thanks everybody for joining us. Good luck in the Super Bowl. Have fun. We'll be back next week. Love you guys. Whoops,
I'm
wrong
in
one.
Santa Anita, wallet already on life support. They hit me with that low takeout, now I'm feeling kinda sport. 15%, bro, that's basically free money. I'm about to turn $11 into a yacht by Monday. Low takeout best, cha-ching. Double trouble, I'm doing this thing, my pocket's doing the running, man. Low takeout best, what? Bookies crying in the can. Low takeout, baby, 3 straight lawns. If this thing hits, I'm buying the whole damn barn. Grass to grass, no dirt in my life. I'm so all turf, I might start photosynthesize. Santa Anita, low takeout got me acting unwise. Told my wife, babe, I'm rich, now she want alimony twice. Double trouble on the mic, we causing a scene. Low takeout was all turf, a retirement dream. If we hit this pick 3, tell the valet keep the change. We're reading lobster tonight on a $12 range. Boom! Thank you, Santa Anita, good night.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to like and subscribe to Double Trouble Live on YouTube. Get out, get up, get paid.